story.
Hello there, chat. Are you ready to get both sexy and sexist? Because I am. I was looking forward to this stream for a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean like a few days. But these things just happen from day to day. And I'm quite happy that they do. Because they're very entertaining and they're just kind of the right thing get my mind off the very serious topics I've been covering the last few weeks. I needed a little breather here, and I think that's pretty much perfect when it comes to streaming topics. But before we get into that, let me get some music up. What do we feel like today, chat? Some lo-fi stuff would probably be okay. Which one would be best? I think this one could work. It's very low key, but that's just what we need today. Okay, this should be fine enough, I guess. But yeah, to set the stage, what is today's stream about actually? Well, I don't know if some of you actually noticed. If you do follow my revitalized Twitter account, you probably do know about it. But in the recent like 2 or 3 weeks, there have been a wave of documents being released about VTubers, especially male VTubers, being all kinds of predators, all kinds of sex pests, and the like. So in a similar fashion to the Me Too movement, a lot of people have been coming out of the woodwork in order to share their personal experiences with about their abuse or the alleged abuse that they suffered at the hands of very mean male VTubers. And since we're talking about VTubing, of course, a lot of these attempts have been less than successful, shall we say? And we're gonna take a look at on 2 of these today. One of them being by the now deceased, as in now their career is deceased, VTuber called Akarui, and then another one about a VTuber called Kurana Endo. But in case you need a bit of a refresher, maybe after the stream, maybe you want to get more information about this sort of stuff. But all of this started because of a big document about a VTuber called Torakaru. Torakaru, in case you don't know, has been found out to be a very big sex pest, to the point where he almost sexually assaulted somebody because he was that horny. There have been a lot of accounts about him, and he's done a lot of things due to his uncontrolled libido. What were those things, actually? Well, first of all, which is probably the least egregious, but still very weird, if you want to think about it like that, he put a lot of people into Twitter lists and breeding lists. I think he had like 4 of those. So essentially the people, he wanted to get with, the people he wanted to fuck, let's say, got on that list. And normally people will just see that as a joke, haha, funny male VTuber moment, haha, funny sex joke, very in line with Zoomer humor. Because if they don't joke about fucking one another, they're releasing documents about how one or the other is a sex pest. But yeah, Torakaru had a lot of documents dropped on his head, which revealed that he's been incredibly flirty also with a lot of women while being in relationships with some other women as well. And all of this is in line with polyamory, having many partners, being in a multiple romantic relationship scheme, sort of speaking. And yeah, Torakaru was revealed to be that kind of person, and not being able to salvage much of his career after all of these things were dropped on his head, he kind of put on a document saying that he's sorry, you know, the usual spiel. He's gonna seek and get help. The things that he has done are inexcusable. And at the same time, he tried to sell his model in his quote-unquote apology document. And then he just disappeared from the internet, just completely. And as far as VTubers go, he wasn't like a big VTuber or anything, but he had a decent following on Twitter. I think he clocked in about something over 20k, if I remember right. I'm not sure at this point. It doesn't really matter. But as far as, you know, networking, at least he was big on that. But when it comes to like Twitch streaming viewership, there wasn't much of that. And that's kind of usually the case for a lot of male VTubers. They, especially the ones that have this ikemen, or pretty boy aesthetics to them. And there's a lot of male VTubers like that. In fact, I would dare to say that most of them are like that. And yeah, that's this pretty much the story of Torakaru with a TLDR in a nutshell. But then after that, there has been a wave of documents being released about all kinds of people that are apparently sex pests, but it kind of turned out to be the other way around. Either the accusations were completely out of this world and insane, or they were completely false. And we're gonna take a look at two examples of things like that today. Unfortunately, this is one of those he reads everything streams again, so there's gonna be a lot of reading. I prepared some hydration sources. I've got my tea ready for that sort of thing, and we're gonna be taking a look at two of such documents. First, being from the infamous deleted VTuber Akarui, and then the quite long document about Kurana Endo. The Kurana Endo story is really something. The Akarui one, that's pretty funny in itself, but the Kurana Endo thing, that's the best example of coming prepared when it comes to accusations being levied against you. Because that guy came prepared. He maybe he expected things like that to happen to him, or maybe he's just that meticulous in gathering information about, you know, who he interacted with. Either way, props to him for being prepared to this degree that he actually managed to get away with it. I'm saying to get away with it because I don't fully know if he hasn't done anything else behind the scenes, but the way the accusations against him were put forward and what people actually found out about them painted the supposed victim in a terrible light. Like, if you wanted to compare it to anything, it's like that Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp case. It's almost the VTuber version of this, and you'll see why. This is really something I'm surprised more people haven't covered, because it's really something to behold. But you know, without further ado, without meandering constantly about this, let me actually get my screenshots out, because that's what I do best. Take a lot of screenshots and then read them. Hold up. First, we're gonna start with Akarui here. And as I was saying, we're gonna get a little bit sexist here. Why? Because the world is kind of sexist in itself. And I'm not excusing anything by saying that, because you have to understand that the way things are in society, the way things have been in society for many decades, maybe even centuries at this point, like, it's very easy to say that. women have been treated as the fairer sex, as the weaker sex, usually as the sex that needed protection from, oppressors, from people, males in particular, going after the fairer sex. And it has become a trend throughout many years to believe women no matter what happened. Like, there has been this case of, of a saying coming forward like, believe but verify, meaning that you should believe accusations first and foremost, but then do a little bit of verification, do a little bit of snooping on your own, do a little bit of critical thinking, and to make sure that those accusations are actually true and not something someone made up. And unfortunately, to say this, there have been women, especially on in recent social media trends, that have been abusing this sexist outlook on on societal woes. Let's call it that. And they have been falsely accusing people of doing terrible things to them, of being rapists, of being manipulators, of being all kinds of abusers. And even if you go on the internet right now, even if you go on YouTube, just type in false accusations, and you'll see a plethora of videos about this with mostly females. Yes, mostly girls, and especially young women that have accused their ex-partners of abuse, even though that abuse didn't exist. And in some cases, those false accusations just have been believed uncritically, outright by other people. And some people decided to take action against some of these, false abusers. And in some cases, those cases ended up in the alleged perpetrator's death. Yeah, some people, upon hearing that someone got abused, especially in a sexual manner, they decide to take action on their own and challenge these alleged abusers, which turned out to be innocent, and just outright murder some of them. And later it turned out, the dude has been just completely innocent, and the accusations have been completely fabricated. And speaking of fabrication, one of our stories today is actually one of those too. A woman tried to fabricate evidence and tried to hide her own wrongdoing. But again, the guy came completely prepared, and for the lack of better word, he dunked on that bitch. And I think he ended up at the top of the situation. I don't know what else is gonna happen to this dude, but there are some people out there that uncritically think that no matter how innocent the guy appears, that he's still an abuser. And why do they think that? Because between him and his partner, there is an age gap. Doesn't matter if those two are adults. The age gap apparently makes him an abuser anyway. And this is also the case in the Akarui situation, believe it or not. She tried to do the same shit. But yeah. Again, I'm meandering. I'm going on a tangent here. But let's get right into that with Akarui's situation first. Again, strap yourself in. I don't know how long this stream is gonna take, because I want to go through everything. Mostly everything. To demonstrate to you how young adult women, not children, cannot take accountability for their own actions when they get into relationships with other adults. Because they only treat themselves as adults when it benefits them. Otherwise, they decide to be little children of the age of 19, 20, whatever, and not take accountability for the things they've done in their own relationships, and just get people in trouble because current year, current zeitgeist. You can accuse somebody of being a predator just because there's an age gap between two adults, not like a child and adult, not that kind of age gap, a gap between two adults. And we're gonna be talking about this quite a bit because Akarui here, she had a lot to say about that fucking age gap thing too. So here's her post. Of course, now all of this is deleted because her account is pretty much fucking gone. Her Twitch and other socials are still up, but she got dunked so hard for this shit that she deleted herself from Twitter, at least. So here it is. Everyone coming out with their side of the Torakaru situation helped motivate me to write this. This is my experience with Smushified. Smushlified, content warning, trigger warning. For pedophilia / sexual content / manipulation. Please be cautious. I wonder if you can guess what the fucking pedophilia was in this case. I'll give you a few guesses before I get to that. And then there have more tweets up. Someone asked me what the issue in all of this is. I'm not sharing DMs of someone being cutesy to a girlfriend. I'm sharing DMs of a man 15 years older than I am, constantly manipulating, grooming, love bombing, and showing predatory behavior. And here she elaborated on that stuff. A 30-year-old man and a 19-year-old should never have had a relationship in the first place, regardless of me being an adult. Notice the adult being in quotation marks here, considering that they don't consider themselves one. Because, a 19-year-old apparently is not adult enough, and the age gap is a problem here. I'll discuss this in a moment once I read most of our thoughts here. Coercion through manipulation is not consent. He checked into hotels without me to make sure no staff saw us together. He asked me to lie if someone asked my age. He used me like a toy. None of that is okay. He knew that he was doing what he was doing was wrong. The vast majority of our DMs is him purposely being sexual with me, knowing I was young, and the only reason I had tried to reciprocate was to keep the attention that would give me in private. I was not the same kind of attention he would give in public. He told me I was special, his type, and showered me with sweet words, keep me close. You're gonna see a lot of context coming out of this later when Smushified actually comes out with his own, answer to this, because you don't want to be, called a predator or some kind of pedophile on the internet and then just stay silent and accept this. You have to fucking defend yourself against crazy people like this. But again, a relationship between two adults, 34-year-old man and a 19-year-old girl. Again, kind of weird because of the age gap. I personally am not a fan of such huge gaps between ages. And why is that, you may ask? Well, life experience is one thing, and the other is, there's some generational gaps that come here, like almost a generation gap in this case. So it kind of, it begs the question, what would those people be even talking about? And I do know there are younger people that, can hold a conversation despite what Zoomers have presented to you on social media, especially. So it is weird. But it's still two adults. It's not like an adult grooming a minor in this case. And what she says here about him manipulating her, no, that manipulation was solely on her part. And you'll see why in a moment. And the fact that she put adult in quotation marks just really shows that she doesn't want to take accountability for her actions as an adult. So I ask you this, chat. At which point in her life does a woman need to take accountability? Like, at what age does a woman become capable of making adult decisions so a situation like this doesn't happen? Because apparently the age of 18 or even 19, this is far too low to be considered an adult woman. I joked and I kind of was a little bit serious about raising the age of consent to 30, because people like this act like children, like they straight out of high school. They need like a decade or more to actually gain some life experience to get into a relationship of a sexual nature, because them procreating with the mentality of like a 5-year-old is just not right. But again, as some people mentioned, that people like that would just use that as an excuse to act like babies forever. Not like it stops them right now, not like it stops them right now from being babying themselves, infantilizing themselves on social media, especially women in their 20s, because not only in their like late teens when they're actually considered adults, 18, 19, even well into their 20s, as they date an older man or the women. Sometimes it's about a woman, in rare cases it is. But yeah, they will always harp on this age gap thing, whether because an age gap between 34 and 19, that's pretty big. But they will even harp on age gaps like 5 years old. I've seen them being fucking anal about age gaps 4 and lower. And even then, it's predatory to them. Like, how dare this man go after this poor innocent 28-year-old as a 32-year-old man? How dare he take advantage of this woman almost in her 30s? What a predatory behavior that is. But yeah, tangent aside, let's continue. And then she drops the DMs with him. He wanted my Snapchat so that neither of us would have to worry, meaning if anyone saw our DMs, then prodded for a chest pic. Hours later. Before anyone points out, yes, he did ask if Snapchat would be more comfortable for photos. He asked this week's in, at which point I would have pretty much done anything. I barely knew him a month. Thankfully, nothing happened on Snap. I was never active in the first place. And here's a zoomie of their conversation. A guy sending a pic of himself, and here's her, being receptive of it. In fact, so receptive, she decided to write all of that stuff in all caps. Body so empty, must cling. Yeah, and he's supposed to be the predator thing when she's so enthusiastic about seeing him. Like girly, because that's what I'm gonna call you, because you're not an adult woman, you're a girly. When you feel uncomfortable with somebody, the first thing that you don't do is enthusiastically reply to them, complimenting them on their appearance. That's probably not what you do. And then there's more of her just being receptive to him. I can pick it up back up if you want to chat there. More and stuff. Let me get it set up again. If you prefer, neither of us ever have to worry. And loving emojis. Okay, so I'm redacted. I think I gotcha. I'm gonna have to verify chest again. They say they want to marry him. I knew him for less than a month. And then she dropped a whole document, which is hilarious. It's not very long. And the fun fact is, as this document was actually dropped at a point, it was constantly being edited because, she was getting a lot of negative feedback, like almost all negative feedback because of these accusations being so out of this world. So she decided to edit some parts out. she decided to remove the accusations of pedophilia because again the big spoiler here. You'll see what it is in a moment. So content/trigger warnings for manipulation, sexual content, mentions of lolicon/pedophilia. Edit on the 20th of March. The content warning for pedophilia is there because it's mentioned and goes hand in hand with the lolicon. Not to describe my situationship. Is that even a fucking word? With smoosh or the body pillow. I apologize if this has confused people. This is what I've dealt with during my time spent with Smooshified Smunchified around October 2023. All I've been dealing with afterwards. I truly believe that I loved him at the time and that he felt the same way, leading me to ignore every single red flag that I saw. Oh, I was and still am extremely scared to post this, but the trauma has gotten worse the more I kept it private. I have constant flashbacks of everything he did with me. My stomach twists and I feel nauseous. And everything's gotten so bad it's begun to affect my sleep, health, and my ability to interact with others on a closer level. I was convinced that doing these things was what I wanted, and at the time, I just wanted to do what I could to keep attention and affection he was giving me, even if it meant being uncomfortable. Funny fact is that she outright here admits that she wanted attention and she consented to everything because she wanted that attention. But then she changed her mind and he became predatory. I've never written anything like this before, nor have I had to. So I apologize. If this is poorly put together and all over the place, I was very afraid of posting this because he seemed like a very kind individual, even in DMs, and also because he may have saved sensitive photos of me that I'm afraid he would have publicized in retaliation. It doesn't matter that she publicized them first, like she outright threw him under the bus. Like, she posted his fucking private photos first. It doesn't matter if his face isn't there, but still. Trying to find his messages that showed who he truly was, and even writing this now, I've broken down into tears and tremors, so much that I had to be in a Discord call with my closest friends for emotional support. I don't know if the screenshots and messages I have even count as evidence. They do not, which is why I haven't spoken up sooner until now. I used to rate his channel on Twitch, and he would be so kind whenever I did. That's when I initially drew me towards him and eventually developed a crush on him. I was 19, he was 34, and the start of our friend/relationship. I initially told him I was 20. Again, and here she lies about her age. So again, I don't know how smart this person is, but not very smart. Admitting that she lied about her age because, someone in her teens, like, to people on social media, to people on Twitter, someone in their 20s looks a little bit better in a relationship with someone much older. But again, to them, it won't matter anyway. But again, she lied about her age too. Doesn't matter if it was 1 year, like, or 2 years down the line. I was 20 because I was afraid that he wouldn't want to talk to me if he knew I was younger, despite it only being 2 months until my 20th birthday. I mentioned this because I know this was my mistake to lie. Still, he talked, interacted, and flirted with me, knowing I was much younger than he was. In his public Discord and his Twitch chat, he would never give me too much attention, which gave way to me being more desperate for his affection when alone and in DMs. I'd started flirting with him as a joke. Just little things like, I must have died because I see an angel in his chats. As I do with nearly all my friends. His age was never and most likely still isn't public information. But I had assumed he was in his mid-20s. He seemed like he was such a kind and gentle person. I had never met anyone like him before, so I kept coming back to his channel. I ended up joining his Discord, and everyone else was so nice. He began DMing me first, sending me compliments right from the start. We started talking every day, flirting, complimenting each other, sending cute gifts. I even tried to draw fan art of our VTubers together, my character kissing his, and even fan art of us together when he showed me his face. There were many times throughout our DMs when he expressed interest and desire in having sex with me, to which I reciprocated because I thought it was something I would have want as well. Again, if you're reading this right, as I am, she consented to everything here. She wanted this. She wanted everything. But then she changed her mind. He's kind, he's sweet. There was no reason why I should refuse, right? The vast majority of our DMs ended up being sexual in nature, with him telling me repeatedly that he was a perv, needy, and a sexual person by default, all of which he had never expressed publicly. I would even send me an art images of our young and pretty anime girls in lewd or not safe for work poses. Every day that we talked, he would give me compliments and tell me how cute and pretty and how much of his type I was. He would constantly tell me how I turned on. I made him text me through Discord while he jacked off, etc. All while knowing I was around 14 years younger than him. Here's where the things get fuzzy. As it occurred in person, even if you choose not to believe it at all, I'm begging you, please read it. We ended up arranging a date to meet, and I bought us movie tickets to see Barbie movie. Should have should have seen Oppenheimer instead, because it was something fun that he hadn't seen before. We met up, we got coffee, explored the mall, we met up, bought snacks, and went into the theater. It was empty at the start, so immediately I was pulled into his lap and kissed. It was getting handsy, but I told him that I didn't want anything to go too far because we were in a theater. There were cameras, staff looking out for that kind of thing. I felt gross being sexual in such a public place. I never considered myself a slut or a whore or too lewd, but I felt disgusting and dirty. As people trickled in, I ended up sitting in my seat next to him, and we watched the rest of the movie. After the movie, we explored the shops a little more, looking through one of them because Smoosh saw a crop top on a mannequin and wanted to see me in it. We didn't find it much, but to his disappointment, and left. Here's where things get more triggering. I'm so sorry to mention all of this, but I wanted to add as much as I could remember. I had protested renting of a hotel room due to various factors, but ended up getting told that he was fine. He loved me. We didn't have to do it, but it would be fun, etc. Mind you, the guy is constantly accommodating, like almost at every single step here. Like, he's asking if she's fine with this, fine with that, and whenever she says that she doesn't want to do anything, he completely agrees with her and just doesn't do anything, like, you know, a gentleman would. But again, he's the predator here because he's much older. The entire duration of walking through the mall, he would mention how cute I looked, how I was his perfect type, and how turned on he was even while we walked. I was overly happy from being able to meet him and hug him and cling to him all the time that I ended up saying okay. After all, he was nice. So what could warrant me saying no? The above paragraph has been edited to make things clear. We drove separately to a hotel and he went inside by himself to book the room, something he would do 2 more times throughout the course of my visit, leaving me by myself for a moment so that the hotel staff wouldn't see me. Looking as young as I was, with a man who looked as much older, so much older. In our DMs had playfully mentioned that some people might think I was his daughter. When we went to the room, he wasted no time and we ended up doing it. I remember briefly talking about lube and he said we wouldn't need it. I was on birth control and he was overly excited at the idea of not using protection. During it, he would often use a mating press, as he called it, on me very often. I'm sorry, but this is just really funny because she's describing this in detail for no fucking reason. But me being so much smaller than him, he would end up half crushing me while he used my body to get off. often including terms like breathing me, mentioning me how much I liked it, don't I? He asked me if he was my good boy. I would hug him while I spaced out, just waiting for it to be done. I didn't even have the sense to ask myself why I was doing this. Well, because you were horny and you're dumb. You're a dumb young person that's hormonal, that's why. And both of you were horny. That's why. If you want your sexuality explained to you. And allowing him to do this to me. Afterwards, we ended up just talking about things, which was when he told me his name for the first time, along with how old he actually was. I don't remember all our conversation. Wait. So, let me get this straight. You fucked a guy that you even know the name of. Like, nothing came to your mind beforehand to ask him his name or even his age. You just went along with everything, like consented to everything, and you didn't even have the good fucking sense to ask his name. Mind you, this is the person that said that she's not a slut. I'm not gonna slut shame by anything, but you know, if you don't want to be called a slut, at least ask the person you're gonna have sex with his or her name. Maybe do just, you know, the bare minimum at least. God damn. I don't remember all of our conversation, but he mentioned being accused of being a pedophile and only come before due to his petite VTuber avatar. And mind you, this guy has like a VTuber lolly mouse avatar, by the way. To which I told him that it was stupid and the avatar was just petite. The next day we met again. We went to an Asian market and bought snacks and onigiri. After the market, we went to his brother's place to hang out. He had no place of his own. All at the time. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about the mating press comments. It just makes me fucking laugh. He showed me his stream setup and his bed, which includes a large, not safe for body pillow of a lolly mouse VTuber. When I expressed my concerns and discomfort with being a lolicon, he protested and said it was a mouse, and it was supposed to be petite. And repeatedly told me how nice it was, it was, and to touch it. To which I declined several times, but he finally gave up and just simply flopped down on it, agreed, and got up just to get over with. Went into the living room to watch TV, and he was extremely handsy with me the entire time, groping my chest, thighs, and sliding his hands down into my shorts, along with sitting me on his lap while we ate our onigiri. You know, at this point, I know that, you know, you can revoke consent in some specific situations, but again, you need to state whether it is verbally or with your body language that when someone does something to you of this nature, you have to they have to know that it's not okay. Even if you had sex before, even if you had an encounter before that, if you just go along with it, and you know, you don't say anything and you just allow him to do as he pleases. And I'm quite sure she was enthusiastic about it, considering all of that other shit that she's been through. That kind of counts as consent in a lot of things, you know, body language and things. He mentioned that if his brother asked my age, to lie and tell them I was older than I was confused, so I already looked young and probably wouldn't be able to get away with saying I was too much older than I actually was. His brother had been out at the time, but would come home later. He expressed his desire to do sexual things again, but was holding himself back as his brother's girlfriend was supposedly home. When his brother came home, I once again felt disgusted and uncomfortable with myself. I didn't want myself to be viewed as such a sex deviant, moments away from fucking to the couch that wasn't even ours. We ended up going to another hotel, once more staying outside while he booked our room, and did it again. Wow, accidentally had sex again with the guy. I'm so uncomfortable, guys. I'm gonna fuck him again. We stayed and talked for a few hours before we headed back, but Smoosh ended up locked out of the house. and his brother forgot to leave a key before they fell asleep. I felt awful he had to get another hotel to spend the night after getting locked out, so I offered to come with him. And again, she just keeps going along with everything and just being receptive. I left my car behind, parked on the side on the street. It was in New Jersey. He told me I had to fill out some form to the police department, telling them I parked there overnight so I wouldn't get a ticket. Like he even is kind enough to tell her, like, you know, to avoid fucking traffic violations. Like, it doesn't matter if the dude is, like, you know, very sexual and horny. Like, it doesn't feel predatory other than the fact that the guy has a huge libido. I filled the form which he showed while he showered in the room. We talked, he ate his dinner, I wasn't hungry and felt awful that he spent so much money on me already, and went to sleep. I could barely sleep and it was extremely hot and the TV was on left on. But I didn't want to move away from fear of waking him up. When morning came, I remembered that he wanted to have sex again because he was turned on. I was exhausted, extremely sore and very sleepy. He ended up jacking up beside me, still in the same bed. The rest after that is somewhat fuzzy. He ended up convincing me that jerking off wasn't enough, and we did it one more time. Again, third fucking time by accident. More time before heading back to his brother's place. As it turned out, there was a street sweeper that day, and my car got ticketed despite me filling out the forms. And mind you, remember that she was in birth control, like specifically kind of anticipating the situation. Like, you know, she secretly, I wouldn't say wanted this, but she wanted it and, you know, anticipated that it would happen. And she went on birth control. I didn't have a chance to look at it before he took it off my car and pocketed it, offering to pay it since it was his fault I got one. Again, he even fucking pays her ticket. I found it very kind of him to do so, but awful that he had to spend more money on me yet again. Like, she goes back and forth between I am so disgusted with myself that I had sex with this guy and he's such a sexual deviant and predator, but he's so nice. He just kind of asks me if I was okay, if he could pay my fucking traffic ticket. God damn. After I went home, I told him I wanted to pay at least half of the ticket since it was still me parked there. Hold up. Did I miss something? I don't think I should have known. Oh, I think I missed something. Oh yeah. I was extremely distraught at the fact that I lied to him and told him I was 20 when I was actually 19. I was afraid of telling him because he still had the ticket. I didn't want him to get angry at me and refuse to pay the ticket. When I worked up enough courage to tell him, he was completely fine with it, which I was dumbfounded to hear. I was prepared for him to be upset and angry, and we had talked so much about honesty. Looking back, I should have known something was wrong because I feel that in any normal circumstance, he should have been mad. A 34-year-old grown man and a teenager? I was an adult, but still. I ended up being grateful that he didn't get mad at me. We talked a little bit less, and he moved to Massachusetts and got his own place. I briefly recall him mentioning that he wanted me there, and if I was there, he would be able to do sexual things to me all day without having to worry about anyone. Looking back now, I hardly believe he had some thing for young-looking anime girls and petite virgins like I was. Finally, the sugar VT situation. Smoosh's community is 18 plus. My community is supposed to be 16 plus. As a VTuber, you should always have your community 18 plus. It doesn't matter how old you are. You don't have fucking kids or even teenagers like that in your communities. Because I had friends who were 17 when I first debuted. Because we would raid into each other, we started sharing communities, and a couple of his chatters would pop into mine. And one of his chatters was Sugar VT, a Babiniku, adult male VTuber, who roleplayed as a lolly too young, but he would talk on occasion in my chat. Oh, wait, I skipped something. I kept my distance from him because I personally don't like any character that looks too young, but he would talk on occasion in my chats. One of my fans, Shatters, who was under the age of 18, found the public link that Sugar had on their profile. They ended up clicking it and found that it contained various images of lolly porn. Considered another thing. This is dumb fucking minor. You know, exposed himself to fucking links of a not safe for work fucking VTuber. And she blames him for it because, you know, his community is 18 plus and he brings people that are 18 plus to her community apparently, and they intermingle like that. And have all of your fucking VTuber communities 18 plus, but don't blame the guy and his fucking friend for that. That's so fucking stupid. One of my fans / chatters who was under the age of 18 found public link that Sugar had on profile. They ended up clicking and found it contained various images of anime lolly porn. I was still streaming at the time, so they went to one of my mods, and my mod contacted me after stream. I was horrified and banned them immediately. Then went to Smoosh to warn him to ban them from his community as well. I was utterly shocked at how he reacted when I approached Smoosh. The first thing he mentioned was, "Who told you?" If Sugar told someone that in confidence, I've seen why the person see why that person told you. The screenshots are I included for my full conversations with him. I desperately didn't want the sweet, kind person I thought I knew to end up being a lolicon supporter. So I tried to change his mind. Smoosh mentioned how since no one was getting hurt, it was fine. But again, a minor in my community saw Sugar's link, which was public for anyone to see. Again, the dumb kid exposed himself to it on his own. Please do not harass anyone. There's already been so much hurt for this on my end. I don't want to spread this hurt onto others. To Smoosh, I gave everything I had. You took my innocence, my happiness. 3 times, by the way. He took her happiness. And so much more from me. You coerced and manipulated me into so much. Some nights I cried myself to sleep knowing I'll never be the same. Some days I sit in the bed and wonder why I couldn't speak out sooner. Sometimes I hate you and curse you for what you did. Other times I hate and curse myself for going along with it. One moment I question myself and try to defend you inside of my head. The next I wonder if I can ever forgive you. I hate the me in quotation marks I've become. I want to go back and stop myself from ever seeing you, but I can't. Just wish I can heal at this point. I am exhausted from crying, from getting angry, from hating myself, from thinking about everything. I'm tired of flashbacks, the nausea, the twisting weight in my pit of my stomach. I've been embarrassed to tell my story because of how others would see me. Knowing how easy I was to get to, I'm hoping that with this document, I'm done and will let myself heal from this and move on. The end, but it wasn't the end. Not yet. Because after this, Akarui has gotten comments of a negative nature, telling her outright that she's retarded. That, you know, you really shouldn't go along with everything and consent to everything and then make the other guy a manipulator. And she decided to dig her own grave even further, like a deeper grave for the innocent, as she calls herself. To everyone calling me retarded. This is why my comments are off. I'll say it here too. Please stop referring to me as a woman. I mentioned this before as well. It's hurtful and on top of everything. Mind you, she never mentioned being any non-binary or trans person before. And I looked through her profile for these dastardly pronouns. I haven't fucking seen anything. So who gives a fuck? Stop diverting attention from your stupidity because someone calls you a she. Even, you know, you mentioned in your document that you were on birth control, and there was no mention of your other status. Who gives a shit at this point? But wait. She said this: how different would it be if I was 17 and he was 32? If I was 15 and he was 30? If I was 5 and he was 20? Just because I'm an adult, that gives people the right to treat me like an object. With how much you mentioned you were a pervert, how much you wanted to do me, and how hence you were with me. You're protesting that you weren't seeking sex. Is that supposed to make me feel better, General? Also, again, I'm not a woman. Please stop misgendering me. This is a completely dumb argument. Like, no, you can't do this hypothetical situations in which you are 15 and he is 30, or you are 5 and 20, because when you were together, when you met up, you were both adults. You can't go retroactive with this fucking stuff. Like, what if I was what if I was a glint in the milkman's eye and you were 18? What if I was an embryo and you were fucking 18? That kind of shit. It just doesn't work like that. But yeah, the guy, upon seeing all of this shit, decided to clap back because, pretty serious accusations, even though she made herself look fucking stupid while promoting them. On the mother of the individual, throwing a warning over my head, disparaging me as a manipulator and deceptive individual. I wanted to state facts. 2 adults consented, to which there was no indication of dissent nor discomfort. How could I know what you feel, lest you say so? And he dropped DMs. Of course, I love you. I love you too, silly. I just want to make sure you understand, like, I understood you. I felt your feelings. I honor your wishes. I'm receptive to you, and I want you to be happy. It wasn't necessarily great we went for it, but you want to keep being here, sharing these times and days with me. I'm here for you and I support you. Just be aware. What do you mean, though? I mean, I had a great time and I'd love you just be next to you again, but I hope you know I was older and you were younger. I should have technically kept my ground and not done anything. Yeah, like, and then she says this. Yeah, like, I know that you're older and such, but it's really okay. I told you earlier, we're still both adults. What a bitch. What a disingenuous bitch. Like, she goes on these rants, how, I was only a poor 19-year-old, almost 20, almost 20 adult woman child, and he was this predatory, hypersexual 34-year-old, and the age gap, guys, the fucking age gap, and she's seen saying in DMs to him, it's okay, dude, we're both adults. X something mangled emoji. I'm sorry though, I shouldn't have provoked you or anything if you end up not wanting to do things like that. And she mentioned provoking him too, so it just so happened that she probably wanted it too. God damn. Their hypocrisy knows no bounds. They would use an experience reinforced with positivity from the beginning, middle and shunted, and as means to garner sympathy from an audience that does not know the full story. I sympathize with you and I understand your feelings are valid. By no means would I try to lessen the hurt you're feeling, but to say I would retaliate, exposing you with pictures, you truly do not know me even now. Aka was incredibly quick to warm up from the get-go. And then he dropped more DMs here. And she says stuff like this. It makes me really happy to hear that, honestly. More so that you're comfortable. I mean, I really like being able to make people feel cozy and comfortable, and especially if it's you. I'm even happier about it. I promise you, I ain't ever pushy. You really don't strike me as the person that would be. Don't worry. Heart emoticon. And then she even revealed her location to him. Again, she was the one, as she even described in her own document, she was the one that, wanted everything quickly. Like, let's speed up this relationship. It wasn't just him. Like, upon seeing how receptive she was to, these mutual feelings, He just went along with it. Despite the reassurance and continuing pursuance of my affection, I had always reservations. Each step always asking, verifying if they truly wanted to continue to see me in this light every day. With their constant reassurance and strong enthusiasm, how could I think otherwise? And there's more. On my way to give you a tour of my bed. Let's go! Holy shit, yeah, this is nice. You're nice. I want lots of kisses and touches. And then, you know, upon seeing a woman on Discord post blushing anime girls that can mean anything, but you know, upon receiving a comment like that, it kind of means one thing only, doesn't it? I hope I ain't eating too much of your day. I like being here, keeping it going, but please, I'm here always now. LOL. Feel free to do what you gotta do. I mean, the rest of the day, I just think of you. So how about the tour of the bed? Right this way. Don't even need protection. God damn, what a bitch. What a bitch. It was unfortunate you felt so damned being near me that you thought it was necessary to villainize me and to paint the narrative that I never cared or sought you out for only one thing. I hope you grow as a person from this experience. I'll continue to do so as well. I don't know why I think I need to add this, but the exposing pictures part is cause they worried I'd send their nudes out there, as I stated in their document. And ultimately, she was the only one that posted his body. Wasn't nudes or anything like that. If she did post nudes, I think that would count as revenge porn in some states. If she just revealed his nudes, just out there, you know, with the attached document completely painting him as some sort of abuser. So she should be very fucking glad she didn't post his nudes. Because if she did, oh boy, she could have had a legal action put forward against her. But you know, that's one story. And then, as I was saying, she just kind of deleted herself out of existence, at least on Twitter. Hasn't streamed since, and when she comes back from this point onward, she's just only gonna be known as the girl that got mating pressed 3 fucking times with, you know, with consent, and then decided to make sure that her mating presser is seen as the bad guy in this situation, despite her going along with everything with complete enthusiasm and consent. But goddamn, that fucking attention to detail. What the fuck did she even include that? Like, like, this guy mating pressed me. Like, if you wanted to paint him as the bad guy, I don't know what was the purpose of including that. But yeah, that's a very fucking quotable line. I might use it later on something. But yeah, this is the first story, and now comes the second one, which is much longer and much more convoluted. In which a girl thinks she's a fucking mastermind manipulator, trying to get a guy in trouble. But the guy was ready. He had prep time. He was like fucking Batman taking down Superman. He had his kryptonite fucking ready, and he released all of it. So this is gonna be the story. A very long story, unfortunately. I'm fucking sorry, chat. You're gonna be sitting here with me for the next foreseeable like 2 hours or so. Probably. We'll see how fast we go through this. I might not read everything, but you know, at least it'll give you the right context to make up your own mind about this situation. because I have my mind made up. I've seen enough to know what this person did. So this is the story of Kurana Endo and his accuser, called Chimmy. You know, like that meme, Chims, that retarded looking dog, Chims, but Chimmy, also called Natalie Duran Art. I don't know if that's her real name, but if it's your real name, oh boy, I'd fucking hide it, because some people, you know, are crazy out there and might do something with that, and I hope they don't, because you did damage to yourself. Immeasurable amounts of damage. But yeah, here's her document that she decided to drop on the 23rd of March. In line with, you know, the Torakaru accusations, this is another part of this, with people coming out with stories of their own supposed abusers. My experiences with Kurogane_Endo. My story. And again, I'm sorry, this whole shit is very long, but we're reading through all of this. I never thought I would end up posting something like this, but after seeing so many stories from SA/SH victims, I feel comfortable enough to speak on my own experience with a sexual harasser. This is something I wish I had shared months ago, but I had found myself in a mental state of sadness and fear. You will see how fucking similar this is to that previous document we read. The fear of him and his mutuals out to witch hunt me as they have done so in the past. I unfortunately cannot live comfortably knowing that he could be out there continuing to do these things to someone else. This document is intended to spread awareness about this person and potentially help save mutuals from anyone with similar behavior, not to quotation marks cancel or for quotation marks revenge. The person who sexually harassed me is a male VTuber who goes by the name of Kurana Endo. I will provide every bit of information about my experience with him. This is what I know about him from my personal experience and from hearing other girls' experiences with him. Endo has had a story of being a predator to me and many young girls in the past. Girls around my ages of 18 to 20. Again, adults. Fucking adults. Not teenagers. Not people in their fucking diapers. Not grade schoolers. Not middle schoolers. People that are out of high school and of adult age, consenting age. He is a 32-year-old man who had affairs in both his past marriages. He continues to use online platforms to seek sexual relationships / favors and e-sex from women. He does this with sexual grooming, manipulation, bribery, parasocialism, all while trying to hide behind his VTuber persona. Kinda sounds like Vox with the accusations that someone levied against him with a document that had no sources on it. In addition to having a wife and child on the side, he is a serial cheater and overall manipulative person. This is overall the basic timeline of what happened with the provided evidence. Endo and I met in April of 2023, but shortly after we met, he had gotten extremely friendly with me. Therefore, I ended up befriending, quotation marks, a lot of other women in his community, who seemed to be confused about who they were to him because of his parasocialism. To them, this is more of a fucking buzzword than anything else. You know, parasocialism. As a, you know, as a VTuber fan, you're parasocial to him, and the fact that you're playing into it is his fault, not the fact that you're playing into it. God damn. Well, let's continue. He had started liking all of my personal photos before even bothering to know if I was a minor or not. Noticing how flirty he was getting with me, and I decided to take it upon myself and ask for his age. Because, you know, you kind of assume people are adults and dumb fucking kids won't come to you to be flirty. It's of course very prudent to fucking check, but if you're like this adult VTuber with an adult fan base, you would assume that most of your fans are supposed to be adults. But again, to be very prudent, you should always check, because people like this, they're just waiting for you to slip up. And then dropping the first DMs. He's so much fun to drive to, but I'm hoping to get a motorcycle soon. I really want one. Also, I'm curious, but can I ask how old you are? You don't have to tell me, of course. A motorcycle would be sick. And yeah, no worries. I think it's important to make sure for comfort, lol. And don't really talk about my age, but I'm well over 18. Don't worry, lol. You're over 18, right? And you just keep fucking checking, you know? Because it fucking matters. You don't want to have these types of conversations with fucking minors. He was literally trying to avoid me telling me his actual age, but she eventually admitted that he was 31 years old. He is currently 32, while I am 21, and 11 year age gap that he was aware of. At first, I didn't really care about his age because things were fully platonic and I couldn't see our friendship escalating any further. Also, knowing I was not comfortable with pursuing anything serious with anyone because I was, in fact, still healing from my past relationship. You will fucking see how this fucking disingenuous this is. Oh, you will fucking see after Kurana Endo drops his own document. But remember this. Also, knowing I was not comfortable with pursuing anything serious with anyone because I was in fact still healing from my past relationship. Remember this. Remember this small factoid here. It's gonna be important later and it's gonna be on the test. See, I told you we're very close in height. Don't walk away from me, young lady. A little bit. I wouldn't be. I don't know how tall or short this girl is, but manlet or not. Sure, you can. Sure. It's called a stepping stool. Imagine setting up a step stool and climbing it only for me to take a step back. LOL. The audacity. Struggle, cope. Such a good try, though. I'm proud of you. Let me do a little zoomies on this one. I believe he was planting the seeds to be someone who I can trust, trying to take a paternal friendship role with the occasional comment, but nothing too concerning. If you want me to lull me to sleep, okay, sure. Play with my hair while you're at it. Well, the next day was the first time he started to shower me with pet names and began to flirt sexually without ever confirming if it was okay. I tried not to think much of it simply because mutuals from his community had told me, Endo was naturally a flirty person, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as, you know, two parties consent to it. And not to think too much about it because that's just how he is. Good, you better. It's going okay. Just boring stuff, to be honest. Had to do some online training. Throwing up nauseated emoji. How's your night? Sleepy girl yet? No, I'm actually not sleepy at all. I got to work in 5 hours. Oh, hon, come here. I'll put you to sleep. Fucking crying. Is that a crying emoji? Like a teared up emoji, boxing glove? Go for it. All right, now show me that pretty little neck. Choke therapy, LMAO. Okay. Someone I watched a stream of earlier in the day would say that they need Jesus. But you know, this girl, she needs fucking Jesus. You will learn that soon enough. But yeah, this is the PN emoji, as someone mentioned in the chat. PN. Even better, a little black and blue necklace would look nice to you. LOL. LMAO, you're alright, little one. Little one. Even with me not fully reciprocating, he didn't necessarily get the hint and continued to flirt, sexually suggesting choking me and leaving me bruises on my body, then proceeding to show me his BDSM results. Endo helped show, and here's I don't know if you ever seen this online test. There's like a kink quiz showing how kinky you are, like what kind of BDSM proclivities you have. I scored 0 on all of these. Endo helped show me how Throne works and eventually persuaded me to add cosplay like items to my wish list. He suddenly decided to buy me a few things for my throne, some of which were very mature outfits. And here they are. Kawaii anime cute something or other. Multi-trust sexy woman's underwear, I guess. Undergarments. Is that a choker? I think that's a choker. Black cyber bunny in the suit, coming with ears too. Yeah, she's a Sanrio girl. Never ever get in a relationship with the Sanrio girl. Just run the fuck away. You see this fucking character? Kurami, I think is her name, or something like that. You run for the fucking hills. And don't look back. Again, I have thought nothing of it because Endo suggested that it was something to help support me, and him wanting to help me start a sexually explicit Patreon. After the gifts had been delivered to me, I had mentioned it to him in a Discord call. I ended up going AFK to try on outfits to see if they would fit when I came back to see the messages from him. You unsolicited gifts, and then I had to try them on. Unsolicited sexy gifts, but I'm gonna fucking try them on anyway. Like, I'm so disgusted by his actions. Let me try this black cyber bunny outfit with kawaii anime girl underwear and multi-trust sexy woman's underwear, coupled with a chained Valentine's Day choker. Women. Am I right? I'm back. Let me know when you come back. Also, you better send me a picture. To say the least, I was quite weirded out from his behavior at this point, and remember telling him in the Discord call if he wants to see it, and then he can go look on my Twitter whenever I decided to post. So as you know, as disgusted as I was for receiving these gifts, I also decided to show myself off to him, because why the fuck not? After an entire month had passed of the sexual harassment, which I didn't know it was at the time because of the manipulation, being wrongfully influenced by his community. I was being manipulated, is what she's saying. He finally decided to tell me about his wife and son. He told me he and his wife previously split up because he had cheated on her with a 19-year-old online. For sure, I'll be right back too. Sounds like he's gonna fight his son. I'm gonna FT my son for a little bit. I don't know what FT stands for here, but to me it sounds like I'm gonna fight my son. I'm gonna beat the shit out of my baby boy. Let me know when you get back. Okay. FT is done. Just LMAK when you get back. Come on, dude. You're like 32. Don't Zoomer speak to me. Like, speak like a normal person. I want to know what all of these abbreviations like mean. Hear him explain how he's a father and had a whole history of marriages behind him. I began to feel uncomfortable and shocked that this is the man who had been sexually flirting with me. I then decided I did not want to involve myself in any of his personal drama, and I just wanted to be a friend of mine and nothing more. At the time, as time went by, he continued to sexually harass me with comments like these. Even though I would reject or deny these comments, he would basically ignore them and continue to flirt with no respect whatsoever. I make sure that it's drilled into that pretty little head of yours that you're daddy's little cum princess by shoving myself down that fuck hole you call a throat. That's something I just read. Nope. Say nope all you want, cutie. Keep in mind we're never in a relationship. He eventually started planting the idea of me being his son's stepmom. I'm your first and last. Let's keep it that way. Cool, thanks. I'm trying to make a whole family which you what do you mean? 2 is a good number. 3 with my son. You will be a good stepmom. Shortly after this point, I had received DMs from the previous 19-year-old he had a relationship with. They strictly asked me not to show their name for privacy reasons. And here's their account. Zoomies on this one. Disclaimer. I censored, spelled wrong, everything before I sent them, so please make sure to read them before opening. That way, and I don't expose you to anything you don't want to see. I also have no idea how serious you guys are, so please take this with a grain of salt. Added, you know, cool, cute-looking eyes to this expose post of hers. Hey, I hope this message finds you in good health. Before I start off, I want to say I mean absolutely no harm to you or judgment, and I don't think associating with him says anything all about your character in a negative light. As I associated with him until I found out all I did about him and his involvement with his ex. He, of course, did a lot of personal horrible things to me, and we can definitely talk about later down the line if you ever want it. Sorry, at this point I have to start taking drinks because I will be reading quite a bit today, and this is just the beginning. Honestly, I'm only sharing this because if I was you, I'd want to know these things. Here are some things I would want to know if I were you, etc. Like what he looks like in case he hasn't shown you. No saying anything negatively about his appearance, because I'm not like that. Just one discretion of you don't know. So they're face doxing the guy. Not very in private. Here also some of his screenshots from his ex-wife. I censored everything to make sure that I don't expose you to anything you don't want to see. After reading this information about him, again, the information that she kind of didn't include, she just included a screenshot of her of someone telling her something very vague, but nothing more than that. I soon realized that he had been lying to me about what happened between his wife and the 19-year-old. Not only that, but he also lied about his identity with an old picture of him from when he was in high school, so around 12 to 14-year-old photo, along with more personal information about all of the horrible things he has done to the 19-year-old and his past wives. I was so disgusted by this information about him and questioned if anyone was aware of the guy's behavior. At the end of June 2023, I started dating a good guy in real life that I really liked, and after telling Endo as my friend, he became jealous, unsupportive, and aggressive in his behavior and attitude towards me. I like how she just kind of, you know, glossed all over that stuff. He did all these terrible things about which I won't tell you. And don't say that you're not better. You've been spending every little chance you get to hang out with your guy. You hang out with him nearly daily in person, definitely every day on call or VC or text probably. You've replaced me. You spend all your time with him. You make so many plans with him. I do feel replaced. How am I not supposed to feel replaced when you're literally hanging out with this dude like every other day, a day in person, driving to his house, spending alone time with him? I've been in call or VC with every night the moment he's off work. Talking to him all the time, playing games with him, hanging out with him while you draw or do work. Watching movies and shows together in VC, you're doing all things you used to do with me, but with him now. How can you be my backup girl when I drop literally everything and anyone else for you? It got to the point where he would check my location, stalk me from place to place. He became very obsessed and jealous of my new relationship with this guy because I couldn't be his backup girl anymore. We slowly but surely started arguing and our friendship became very toxic because I had been disgusted by his behavior with women. Especially when I found out about him dating a near 10-year-old girl from a different continent. I decided to confront him in a phone call to hear him admit and ask what his intentions were. In that call, he became very aggressive and defensive with me as I was trying to warn him about his actions. Let me give a zoom on this one too. I have to hide you for a bit, Chen. Sorry, I'm getting a hurricane prepped LMAO and it's 18-year-old. I knew it. Wait, you aren't dating? I thought you said you weren't looking for anything right now. You liar. You liar. Again, spelling. I wasn't looking for anything. I just slowly happened. I just slowly happened. We got along really well, and she's really sweet. Honestly. Even when I told her I wasn't ready for anything right now, she said it was okay. Does she know what you look like? Because you said you know what she looks like. Not yet, but yeah, I do. Do you feel serious about her, or are you just talking to her because you have a crush and you really want the affection? Well, I've known for a while now. One of the first friends I made as a VTuber. His mod. Do you know anyone who'd like Endo and 18-year-old aren't a public thing? Mia, zoom back out. I then found out myself bringing up the situation to his mod, who I was best friends with at the time. I wanted to talk about them, my concern for an 18-year-old about Endo's behavior towards women, and he told me they didn't see any problems with it and that I needed to quit worrying. Weeks later, I found myself getting harassed by his community and I discovered Endo slandering me and the guy I am dating, trying to frame me as a very bad person with the help from his mutuals and parasocial community. Again, that buzzword they like to use in this case. I have remained silent about my experience with Endo due to fear of more harassment from his community and mods, as they've harassed and threatened the 19-year-old he was previously with and another girl before the 19-year-old doing the same thing. His mod, I care because you're right. It is Endo's problem, but it's not Dolly's, and Dolly had no right to be brought into this. I don't think previous girl's name understands how easy it will be to ruin her career. I regret not saying anything sooner about him sexually harassing me, but considering the only friends I had at the time were under his parasocial manipulation. I had no one else to talk to, therefore I was alone, trapped in a very uncomfortable place for a very long time. That being said, I am done being harassed, I am done being threatened by his community. This man is a predator, and there is proof of it from every girl he has been with. The fact I was manipulated to think I was overreacting and hating him for no reason is absolutely absurd. Always trust your gut and don't be afraid to speak up. Please stay safe when meeting someone online. I do know that I'm not a perfect person. I regret some of my words and actions from the situation. However, I was just a naive friend who wanted to see the good in him. I also understand that everyone makes mistakes, but I cannot sit here and watch more and more women being used by these male predators. Remember, all of this is incredibly vague. She talks about these horrible things that he did, but never mentions what they actually fucking are, and not providing any proof of it. Just trust me, bro. Unfortunately, it has been 6 months and still have never gotten an apology. Not from him or from the people who were so-called my friends, quotation marks. If you decide to remain mutuals with Endo, that is your choice, but please ask you to not associate yourself with me. I do not want anything to do with the person or his community whatsoever. I am still personally healing from this situation. I appreciate those who have believed me and stayed with me by my side through this traumatizing experience. I would never wish for anyone to go through any of this. Thank you for taking your time to read this. And then come the bombshells. Because this document, as you noticed, again, super vague. Not a lot of information in it. Just, you know, a guy being very cringe and very, very flirty with a suspect level of consent being there. But then people started to comment on Chimi's post here. I'd rather believe a quote in quotation marks victim who ends up being a liar versus supporting a potential abuser, but not enough people are talking about how the OP manipulated, edited, deleted, cropped their screenshots to make it look like unwanted sexual harassment when it was reciprocated. And then more people commented on this. It's freaking disgusting how someone uses the platform like this. Grown-ass man. Again, some people believe this. Using manipulation on very young women. This probably was hard for you, Chim, to write. I'm proud of you for speaking up. Hopefully this trash gets taken out. Check the response from Kurogane. Chimi basically manipulated this entire situation. I did, and it was BS, but believe what you want. Like I said earlier, you're all brainwashed. Use critical thinking skills before responding to me. Aramph. Oh, sorry. I moved too much. Ugh. Okay. Alright. Smaller. There you go. Turns out Chimi here wasn't exactly being honest and manipulating the situation. Endo's statement definitely seems more believable. This is exactly why you can't just blindly believe people and dogpile the one being called out. Both sides can be needed. And then the guy dropped the mother of all debunks. He debunked the shit out of this document that Chim's dropped. And his document is fucking huge. And we're gonna read that. And some of that shit that this woman is responsible for is fucking funny. I won't spoil what it is. But first, before we get into that, let me have a sippy. I need my sippy. And I'll give you a little bit of a spoilers here. This Chimi person is related to the people I've covered before my account as well. Two of them being Akuradere and Misadere. Akuradere being a notorious... I don't know what even to describe her here, but histrionic, egoistic auntie that, you know, she doesn't care if people get harassed to death because they like, you know, problematic drawings. And I've had encounters with her and her friend Misadere a few times before, and all of them are a circle. They're all friends with Chimi. These are the level of people we've been talking about here. If you want more information on Akuradere and Misadere, you can look up it on my account. So on top of that, what we're gonna be learning from this point onward, from Endo's document, do also consider that they may have planned this very badly, but they may have planned this to get this guy, because again, he might be bad to some degrees. I do not know, but he presented his case extremely well, and you'll see in a moment. This is all his document. Trigger warning: manipulation, doxing, stalking, not safe for work content, toxic dynamics, cheating, homophobia. The content shown may be uncomfortable to some, so to spare anyone who may not want to see, all the evidentiary screenshots will be posted as links to a secure Google Drive instead of posted. I was hoping I'd never have to make this post, but now I feel as I've been roped into a corner where I am forced to air out very private and intimate information in order to protect my own. The gravity of these accusations have weighed heavily on my mind and heart, and I put this document together, and I cannot emphasize enough that the severity of my intent to make the things mentioned here abundant in transparency. I do not condone harassment of any kind and admonish manipulation of the current climate surging in this community for personal gain. Listen and continue to support victims. I will continue the allegations first, then address the screenshots she provided by expanding the full context, while also providing information about the entirety of our involvement, and even through even though it makes me wildly uncomfortable to expose such intimate situations. There will be a significant amount of content available in this document. Read what you choose to intake form your own opinion. This will be an effort to show full transparency as I expanded on the context Chim has provided, plus the way I carried myself through our involvement. Chim, Natalie, first DM'd me on Twitter in early April of 2023, and we got along very well rather quickly. Early on, as our conversations moved past casual pleasantries, I quickly found myself growing attached, which propelled me into the beginning of a somewhat short-lived mutual obsession. Being very forward in my interest, Chim seemed to reciprocate in kind, which made for a hurricane of intensity that may have gotten us carried away in this mutual obsession, manifesting our spending nearly every waking moment together. Admittedly, it was somewhat overwhelming and drove us into a slowly building spiral, unraveling our emotional states into unhealthy relationship tendencies. And here's some call logs. And the call logs are actually showing him how much he called her. So I didn't include those. There's like 6 to 7 screenshots of them having calls. And just, you know, Discord proves that they have had a call that lasted that much in that much time. Disclaimer: before I continue, I have to advise that that while I was going through our messages, I found Chim actively editing and deleting old messages to better suit her current narrative. Take a look. Original response. Yeah, of course, hon. Want to do Fortnite? Unsolicited photo? And here's the edited response. Removing pictures. Replace the blushing gif while I was going through DMs. The next example is not safe for work, so it's shown as links instead of open images. I apologize if there are any inconsistencies in screenshots or any confusion further caused by this and potential many discrepancies. Here's the screenshots. It's always how big that PP, but never how is the PP haver. Shh. Unprompted not safe for work video, which is now deleted. Ah, fucking hell. Fuck! While I'm at work. This isn't fair, baby girl. Did you remember? She wasn't seeking any kind of relationship, but here's her sending him not safe for work videos. Thanks, I can stand up now. And I have to sit awkwardly hiding how fucking hard you made me. Do I have to read this? Ah, baby, show me. Fucking Christ. The effect you have on me is literally fucking hard as a rock. I'm at work? It's called the restroom. Yeah, let me just pull my cock out fully erect in front of my coworker and take some pics. You're literally going to be the end of me. Again, you know, he was sexually harassing her. So is this her sexually harassing him? Because she kind of said them, you know, an unprompted, unsolicited video. While he was at work too. Woman moment. I hold up. I need to be more interactive with my chat. Let me do a little thing. Hold up. You can have fun with this poll. There we go. Let's be a little bit sexist here. And this gets much worse and also much funnier. Trust me. And here's that edited screenshot where she deleted All of that stuff that she told him, like, it's gone. Let's go back to the previous one again. Like, see what's deleted? See? Unless you think he deleted him too. Unless you think he edited that himself. Original message was deleted. Original message was deleted. Claims. Full context will be addressed in order of the points made in Chim's post, with screenshots organized inside the Google Drive through hyperlinks. Full drive with additional recipes will be available at the end of the document to your discretion. The person who sexually asked me is a male VTuber who goes by the name Kurana Endo. And the guy was so thorough in debunking her claims. He even made sub-points to his points. Like, he numbered them and then even made like subtext ones. Like, he edited it like he was making a fucking presentation. If everyone did it like that, things like this would be much easier to read for sure. While I understand these feelings may have been formed after the fact, the reciprocation made during the events recalled led me to perceive our involvement as consensual. The narrative that's portrayed from this statement is genuinely disheartening because she reciprocated intimacy, even initiating it often. We definitely had consenting adult conversations, including ones like we had very intimate exchanges about our parts, for lack of a better word, including her calling mine perfect and saying she likes it a lot. She doesn't deny that we had a thing and asks if her friends can know that we do things. I'll address more as the doc unfolds, and here's the screenshots that are linking to the Google Drive. They're linked in the Google Drive. But anyways, you're PP perfect. I like it a lot. Anyways, you know, any good wheelchair brands? Chat, your dick looks perfect today. Do you happen to know any wheelchairs by any chance? Chat, do you know any good wheelchair brands? But also your dick is nice. What the fuck? Good. I'm glad you like it, baby girl. Oh my hell. I swear I'm gonna take another picture later with a watermark to show you that I just took it. Skull emoji. Baby, really, I did take a pic this morning just for you. No one else has seen it or will see it. You're the first and only. I'll pinky promise on that. I know. I took it specially for you. Really. I don't care if you just took it or not. Stop being so cute. I just want you to know it was special for you because you're special to me. Generally, although this might be kind of sad, you're the only person that has seen it since my ex-wife. Last time a guy seen my pussy was my ex. Exposing myself again. Remember, she didn't want a sexual serious relationship, and here they are talking about fucking dicks and pussies like all over the fucking place. Exposing myself because of my feelings for you. Really? 2 years? You reborn virgins or something? That ass. Feels like I forgot how to sex. Granted, he's the only guy I ever had sex with. We did a shit ton. Like almost every day. Not guy she was involved with before me or anyone else. I'm God's fucking favorite. Literally all the good karma in my life was saving up for meeting you, I swear. Oh boy, did that statement bite him in the ass, considering like what she dropped on his fucking head. You know, this wheelchair comment kind of reminds me of I don't know if you ever watched fucking Mersh, a YouTuber called Mersh. He had episodes like he like had like brain trauma episodes, and he had like a seizure during one of his streams. I know this may sound like a little bit cruel to talk about that, but Mersh is kind of a piece of shit. And and he had a brain meltdown during it, and he was like, let me try to emulate what he said. Like as his brain was having a seizure, he was like, police woman, bitch, had a gun, and then he came back to normal and said like, what about Daytona? What about something Daytona, Michigan? I don't remember. It kind of reminded me of this comment like, dude, you're pee perfect. Do you know any wheelchair brands? Like, what even is this fucking question? Like, it's so random after you tell somebody that the genitals are nice. But it reminded me of fucking Mersh. God bless him and his cat kidnapping capers. I hope he lives long enough for a little bit more entertainment. But okay, let's continue. Mersh tangent aside. What if friends knew that we, do things? They do know. I'm just curious, like, would you care? I wouldn't care. Okay. I'd prefer if they knew we have the thing, to be honest. Because obviously they know I like you. But as of right now, they think it's one-sided. Because I feel like at some point I'll become like super, super close with them. And girls tell each other everything, winky face. As long as you don't share pics, for your eyes only. I'm never showing anyone your 2-inch peepee. It's mine. Damn fucking right, it's yours, baby. Exactly. So just don't be surprised if they know one day. Oh boy. Moving on to point 2. The fear of him and his mutuals out to witch hunt me as they have done so in the past. The hunt, referred to here, is being called out for selling traced art twice on 2 separate occasions. A petty griefing on Minecraft servers out of spite. These witch hunts on which mutuals and even entirely disconnected third parties have gone out of their own way to bring up without my direct involvement. Minecraft griefing is addressed later in the document. But here's a snippet of the Twitter post that I posted admittedly out of pettiness while leaving her name out and deleted later because it felt like unnecessary drama. You heard it right, chat. The bitch got so vengeful, she went to his fucking Minecraft server and ruined his shit. She blew up his fucking home because they had a falling out later on. This bitch got so fucking upset. She went to his Minecraft server and blew it the fuck up. I'm not joking, that's what she did. You'll see that later. The post where she was called out by an art mutual, I think I also had a document about her actually tracing art at some point. The post where she was called out by an art mutual with a massive following and an action that I had no say in, but was done after I posted about Minecraft. Being called out a second time for tracing art and sending it to her boyfriend, who even, when confronted, excused and enabled her art theft behavior. So, not only is she like a prolific Minecraft fucking terrorist, she's also she's also an art tracer, to name a few things. And here's those tweets. Some people are not mature. It was very obviously targeted. It's not coincident. Taking accountability for the doxing and shit talking would be nice too, lol. Imagine being so petty. You get your friend to join in griefing my private server that you only you and 2 others have ever had access to. Destroying my friend's builds and that they spent hours/days working on. And here's the screenshots of that in case you don't see. They're pretty tiny, but here's a screenshot of these houses, like being like, here's this house the way it looked like. Here it is blown up, and here it is blown up again. Like she was so fucking mad that she not only ruined like one house, she decided to ruin another house and then ruined it again, like blow it up to the point like it got fucking flooded. I don't play Minecraft, but I think she put a lot of effort into demolishing that fucking house. And here's she's being called out for tracing fucking art. I'm not gonna read all of this, but you can see this shit here. It's very fucking clearly traced. There's no question about it. And more. Another traced art piece. And then he moves on, talking about more stuff. Because again, the guy is thorough, if anything. 3. Endo has a history of being a predator to me and many young girls in the past. Predator and groomer are being thrown around quite often. However, there has never been a time when I haven't asked very early about an age and made it very clear that I needed consent from other person because I am aware that I am older and needed to ensure that we were adults. So yeah, he was checking. He does this with sexual grooming, manipulation, bribery, parasocialism. Sexual grooming. There was never a time where sexual content was not consensual and very openly stated. Grooming implies manipulation, but I made my intentions very clear and had no intention of exploiting anyone. Chim has reciprocated this behavior and even initiated it. Link to drive folder with proof. Read the not safe for work content at shown discretion. But first, here's the first thing he linked to. Sorry, I have to hide you for a moment because I'm blind. A motorcycle would be sick, and yeah, no worries. Thing is important to make sure for comfort. LOL. I don't really talk about my age, but I'm well over 18. Don't worry, LOL. If you remember, part of this was already shown in her own document about him. You're over 18, right? Oh, okay, that's completely fine. And yes, I am over 18. I turned 21 this year. Woohoo! I'm a millennial, so chat calls me Peepaw. So, as you can see, she manipulated that screenshot and said that he was cagey about talking about his age. So him saying here that he's a millennial should give her an idea how old he actually is. Unless she's stupid, because she is, because Zoomers are dumb and they don't know actually how old millennials can be. Either older or younger millennials at this point. They just don't fucking know. Also, I'm significantly older than you, actually. Again, he says it. So if you're not comfy talking to me, I understand. No stress. LMAO, that's funny, but no, it's no problem. Again, she's like that previous bitch from that other document. Like, oh, the age gap. The age gap's so fucking terrible. Like, how dare he be a predatory millennial to me, an innocent virgin Zoomer. And here, them being just completely hypocritical and being, oh, LMAO, it's all good, bro, don't worry. How's that fucking wheelchair company? Your dick perfect, by the way. You sure? I'm 30. And then he fucking says it too. You're allowed to change your mind. I won't get angry or anything. I promise, LMAO. Endo. It's okay, I promise. I actually have a lot of friends who are older, so I don't mind. And come on, you're not old. You call yourself old, I shall bonk you on the head. What a fucking manipulative bitch. I'm slowly getting angry, but I'm still amused about all of these comments, so that kind of evens itself out. So I'm good. But of course, if you're uncomfortable with talking to me, that's okay. LOL. All right, I'm just making sure. It's important to me being comfortable with things. Well, I feel old. Bonk me if you can reach. I'm cool with it. As long as you're comfortable, that's what matters. Of course, of course. And hey, I'm not that short. I think I can do it. Manipulation. In no way did I ever intend to manipulate anyone, as again, consent was never assigned it, nor was any discontent brought to my attention in terms of feeling that was being manipulative. Bribery is something I understand can be perceived from a misinterpretation of one of my love languages, gift giving. I have bought many gifts for many people that I care for over the years. Chim is no exception, and she never expressed any issues with it. D. Parasocialism is a hard one to address because the word is thrown around rather eagerly. However, I have gone to great lengths to avoid parasocial behavior outside of content creation because bringing that power dynamic into a personal relationship does not sit well with me. As for befriending a lot of other women in his community who seemed to be confused about who they were to him, many of the people who may be referring to would often wonder if we're friends and communicate the same concern to her, but nothing romantic or sexual. This is a very valid question, as some of them were closer to friends than just viewers. If there is anyone who has legitimately told Chim that it was anything more than that, then I am unaware, freely open to the avenue of communication. I feel very strongly about the issue of power dynamics and understand fully that romantics within my community would be very wrong, which is why the people I have ever sought out to have been outside the community. And more screenshots. Crying cat gif, you've probably seen that around many times. Oh, what's wrong? You no call me. Oh my god. And the started a call. So you see, she herself was very needy at this point too. And the started a call that lasted 12 hours. 12 hours they were on a call. 12 fucking hours. Half a fucking day. You want to leave VC soon? 12 hours. So soon? 12 hours. If you want to, are you getting social out, cutie? I a little bit. My social battery is going down. Okay, cutie, just let me know. This part you're at. This is a whole other place to explore. You're gonna be in this building for probably a good hour or two. Oh shit, want to stop here? Yeah, okay, your turn. Chim started a call that lasted 18 hours. 18 hours. More than a half a day. 18 hours. And she was the one saying that he was needy and jealous. 18 hours. In a call. On Discord. Choice about further involvement with me. She gave me the benefit of the doubt and chose to believe in my continued efforts to be a better person. My current ex-wife, the mother of my only child, whose infantile existence I would have preferred to protect from the internet, and I separated in January of 2023. Leading up to the separation, I was unfaithful and ruined a nearly 6-year marriage, breaking apart my family. Whatever the reasons, cheating will never be justifiable. Seemingly forgiven by the girl I was unfaithful with, who I had lied to and hid things from, we continued our online situationship. I like how he makes a snide remark about the word situationship that she put in that previous document. Bravo. For a few short months before that ending as well, she was 19, I was 30. Regardless of rhyme or reason, as there will never be a valid excuse for it, I was also unfaithful further into my past. My first marriage, I married a young with my on and off girlfriend since middle school. Simply put, I fell out of love and no fault of her own. After attempting to leave the relationship on 2 different occasions, I set my foot down on the third and she moved back with her parents. During the following month or so, we had decided to possibly work things out, but regrettably, during this time I began talking to someone else and ended up backing out and following through with divorce. Again, there may be things in this relationship because it was over the course of a long time that we don't know about. So he could have been much worse than what he describes here himself as being. He does admit that he was being unfaithful. Whether you, chat, not involved in his life whatsoever, forgive him for that or no, at least he came up, and admitted to it. At least you can give him props for that he's being transparent about it, given the nature of accusations against him. Screenshots. Now, regarding the information she posted alongside screenshots, many of the things she posted were incredibly out of context and cropped with purpose. I'll address these in order as well as provide the full conversation where I can. He was clearly trying to avoid telling me his actual age, but he eventually admitted he was 31 years old. Here's that screenshot. And we've seen that like 2 times already. There was never a time where I attempted to hide my age. Chim did not have to pry, and I made it very clear that I was older and asked many things. It was okay with her. I was well over the 11-year age gap. So was she, and I made sure of it. And you guys seen that too. I've shown that screenshot as well. I believe he was planting the seeds to be someone who I can trust, trying to take a paternal friendship role. Seen that screenshot too. These are screenshots of a normal conversation. I never once had the intention of being a paternal figure. I am genuinely disgusted by the implication that I was trying to take a fatherly approach when the nature of our relationship was sexual and romantic from the start. Things were not fully platonic from the very beginning and were intimate within a week. Again, there's that full screenshot I showed to you guys again. With him admitting how old he actually is. This screenshot is very strangely used as this is certainly not paternal. And indeed does show some of my intention, aka being interested in her, as her response shows. Here it is. Sorry, you have to hide you again, chat. I'd use one of those to bonk multiple times. If you want to lull me to sleep, okay, sure, play with my hair while we're at it. LOL, And if you remember from her document, she cropped that screenshot and it only showed eye. It didn't show what's her face from Princess Connect? Kyaru. Kyaru? I think that's Kyaru, yeah. A blushing Carl. I think they also call her Carl because that's funny. But yeah, she cropped all of that. She didn't show that she was being embarrassed, you know, and receptive of his stuff. That deserves an extra bonk, LMAO. It's funny how she thought she could get away with this. The next day was the first time he started to shower me with pet names and began to flirt sexually without ever confirming if it was okay. Even with me not fully reciprocating, he didn't necessarily get the hint and continued to flirt. Context is left out in which the conversation's direction is perpetuated, emphasizing how soft her neck is and how and would bruise. Here's the full context of that one. Alright, now show me the pretty little neck. Choke therapy, LMAO, the bruise that would leave. My skin is very soft and sensitive. Even better. A little black and blonde necklace would look nice on you, LOL. LMAO, you're right, little one. Little one? I'll have you know, I'm not that small. It's okay. You're perfect hugging height. Next one. We were in a Discord call where the context is certainly lost at this point, but this was almost 7 hours later and we had a talk. We had an entire sleep call where she waited for me to wake up. The screenshots link showed the nature of our interaction between the choking comment and the BDSM test, as they did not immediately follow each other. If you remember, she said that that he immediately threw threw a random BDSM test result at her and was unsolicited. Endo helped show me how Throne works and eventually persuaded me to add cosplay-like items to my wishlist. He suddenly decided to buy me few things from my Throne, so much were very mature outfits. Here's those screenshots where they were in a conversation and time has passed. Them, showing themselves off to each other. Them showing themselves off a little bit more. They had a whole conversation and then he threw, many hours later, he threw this test result at her. But here's him addressing the cosplay items we're talking about. You know, those that she decided to try on in full disgust. I wanted to spoil Chim the same way I've spoiled other romantic interests before. She never showed any discontent in my purchases. Even worse, the bunny costume posted in on her Twitter and had it pinned for months. Had she truly been uncomfortable, I would have liked to know at that time, but she never once expressed that. Chat, as a joke, I will dress up in this sexy cosplay this disgusting man has bought for me. And not only that, in my disgust, I will put it on my Twitter and I will pin it there for months. Because I am so disgusted with what he has given me, I have to show it to everybody for months without end. Very, very mature. As the nature of my username, Chim herself called me Daddy. Over the time we had known each other, even as far out as June of 23. Her past time period she's giving where she claims it was all not reciprocated and we were just friends. Again, more proof of everything. The guy came prepared. He's the fucking cheating Batman of sexual abuse allegation debunking. Hey, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay, just vibing. Tired. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to get off? I didn't know, so I asked if they wanted to watch a movie. I can't stay to watch the movie. Okay. Father, dad, daddy. Yep, baby girl. Hi. Hi, princess, baby. You still hungry? Want daddy to get you some om-noms? I'm going to get you a zesty nachos, cutie. I hungry. You'll get om-noms soon, pretty girl. Is this how people talk with one another? Like, is this... I mean, he's a millennial. Is this how Zoomers flirt nowadays? Did he dumb himself down for this girl to, you know, do this? I don't know how anyone finds this attractive, because this is kind of infantile to me. You're getting zesty nachos, cutie. Baby girl. Remember, she said that he was trying to groom her with paternal affections, and then here's her calling him father, the daddy, like someone with fucking what's it called, Tourette's, the daddy. But guess what? We're just halfway through this fucking document. That's the funny part. There's more to come. Again, I had thought nothing of it because Endo suggested that this was something to help support me and him wanting to help me start a sexually explicit Patreon. Patreon was not spoken about until 3 months later. The initial idea was shaped 3 months later, was that she would post not safe for work art, not about it being for her lewd photos. Please also note that in that conversation, she makes no effort to discourage my comment that reads, I mean, you've seen mine. If you need a reference, LMAO, she simply responds with, Ote, LMAO. How do I draw a dick? What are you drawing? I mean, you've seen mine. You need a mine if you need a reference. LMAO. Triple skull emoji. Ote, LMAO. Drawing not safe for work for Patreon. Yep. Let's go. I'm so ready. Wait, is the Patreon open now? I'm gonna open it soon. Tell me when you do. I want to be the first to sub. Ote. Let's go. You doing okay? Yeah, just watching. How's art going? Shh, don't show anyone. Yeah, yo. Which I can infer that she showed him a picture of a penis. Is that what I'm supposed to get from this? I guess it is. God damn, he fucking murdered this woman with this document. Like, if this document was a sword, she would be decapitated. Like the biggest paper cut. Like, this document is so sharp it can cut your head off. After the gifts had been delivered to me, I had mentioned it to him in our Discord call. I ended up going AFK to try on those outfits to see if they would fit when I came back to those messages from him. I was quite weirded out from his behavior at this point, and I remember telling him the Discord call if he wants to see it, then he can go look on my Twitter whenever I decide to post it. As stated and shown so far in this document, the flirting and sexual energy was reciprocated. Key and full context of that conversation where she calls immediately after I ask for a picture, and during the call asked me for help captioning the photos she took when she posted them on Twitter. Hiding you again, because I took these screenshots in a very gay manner. I'm back. Let me know when you come back. Also, you better send me a picture. Started a call that lasted 3 hours again. A little teaser, thank you for the gift. Want to spoil spoil me? Throne linked in bio. Here's herself showing herself off in that fucking cosplay. Started a call that lasted an hour. I don't know what they did there. And here's herself posting him a video. Might have been doing something lewd in it too. So, you know, it is what it is. Next one. He finally decided to tell me about his wife and son. He told me and his wife previously split up because he had cheated on her with a 19-year-old online. This photo shows nothing in regards to what she's trying to say. She claims to be uncomfortable, as well as says she didn't know at this point, but the time this exchange happened, she already knew and expressed that she didn't care. Key in the screenshot context, where she showed no sign of surprise and immediately after recalled and watched K-dramas. Hello, hey. Started a call that lasted 5 hours. I'ma go get it. Be right back, for sure. I'll be right back too. Gonna fight my son. I'm gonna say that he fought his son. Beat the shit out of that little shit. My son for a little bit. Let me know when you get back. Okay. FT is done. Just LMK when you get back. I've been back. And then they go watch Korean dramas on some website. I don't know. I don't watch Korean dramas, so I don't know what this website is. I began to feel uncomfortable, shocked that this is the man who had been sexually flirting with me. As shown so far, she made no effort to enforce this. We flirted heavily for months to come. As shown here, when she even claims ownership of my penis. Bitch, your dick is mine. She's like the Shang Tsung, but of genitals. Your penis is mine. What if friends knew that we, do things? They do know. I'm just curious, like, would you care? I wouldn't care. Okay. I'd prefer if I knew we had a thing, to be honest. Because obviously I know I like you. But as of right now, I think it's one-sided. Because, like, at some point I'll become, like, super close with them. And, you'll stare at each other, everything, winky face. As long as you don't share pics, for your eyes only. I'm never showing anyone your 2-inch pee-pee. It's mine. Dumb fucking right. It's yours, baby. Exactly so. Just don't be surprised if they know. Don't be surprised if they know one day. What a woman. I then decided I did not want to involve myself with any of his personal drama, and I just wanted to be a friend online and nothing more. As time went by, he continued to sexually harass me with the comments like these. Even though I would reject or deny these comments, he would basically ignore them and continue to flirt with no respect whatsoever. We were role-playing. She followed up interacting by calling me as soon as I arrived at work, which tracked with Live 360. A full screenshot. Oh. I'll make sure that it's drilled into that pretty little head of yours that your daddy's little cum princess by showing this again. God damn it. He didn't think I'd have to read this again. By shoving myself down the fuckhole you call a throat. Nope. Say nope all you want, cutie. I don't like gagging. You'll learn to be a lot better about it with daddy, baby girl. No. Frowny face. Oh baby, it's okay. I'll take care of you. I'll make sure to take it slowly and be gentle with you at first, princess. You'll learn to take daddy slowly. Don't worry, little one. But yes, I'll make sure your legs go numb, cutie. Why are you so damn cute, baby? Replying to the original message. I'm not. You really are the cutest. It drive me up a wall. How fucking precious you are. Fight me. I'm gonna choke. I'm gonna choke, but not like on a penis like she is. Let me get a drink. God damn. This is a very funny stream chat. I should do more like this. You really are the cutest. Drives me up the wall. Fucking precious you are. Fight me. I fucking will watch. It's on site. And here their fight with images. I'm laying down to give my legs a rest just for a bit. Okay, cutie. Do you feel better? Yes. I'm lay here for a bit. You gonna get ready soon? Yeah, I should probably start getting ready now. Called when she saw I had arrived at work through Live 360. What is Live 360? Let me Google that. Fuck is Live 360? Oh, it's a location sharing app. Live 360 Incorporated is a San Francisco, California-based American information technology company that provides location-based services, including sharing notifications to consumers globally. Its main service is called Live 360, a family social networking app released in 2008. It's fucking old as fuck, and I never heard about it. Released 16 years ago. It's the first time I actually heard about something like that. But yeah, it was released 16 years ago. But they use it somehow, I don't know. An app from California. The call this is connected to was very intimate and vulnerable call where I joked about starting a family because I genuinely thought this was going to be the last relationship, hence the stepmom comment. There was also mention of our first e-sex. I was the only one typing, responding to her as I was at work. More screenshots for context that disprove her timeline, her we're just friends narrative, and her sexual harassment claims. Unsolicited underwear photo she sent while we were in a group VC that she deleted, followed by incredibly flirtatious exchange. Here comes these fucking screenshots, chat. More of this nonsense. I'll be okay, hon. I'm so glad I can do that for you. I want to be your comfort and safety. Of course I do. What do you say, cutie? I just want to continue to take care of you and make you happy. See, that's what she fucking said to him. I'll be okay, hon. I'm so glad I can do that for you. I want to be your comfort and safety. This is coming from the woman that said that she didn't want anything serious. I just want to continue to take care of you and make you happy. If you're happy Happy? I'm happy. Let's go. Yeah, cutie. I was Friday. It was Friday. I am pretty sure. Early March, I think. Hold on. Yeah, it was early April. Yeah, talk for... And she deleted a lot of shit. Which I'm not gonna be reading because it would sound like the guy is talking to himself. Already knew from your Twitter. Wait, so which day was the first day we did it for the first time? Booty video will live rent-free in my head for life? Yeah, remember that. Had me fucked up. For real, for real. LMFAO. So that's the weekend, yeah? I think so too. It was just meant to be. Yeah, it's me, sure. Like, you see, she deleted all of this shit so it doesn't look fucking suspicious. Unless you think the guy fucking was talking to himself. He had a onset of DID and decided to talk to his other personality that he was flirting with inside his own fucking head. I'm your first and last. Let's keep it that way. Cool, thanks. I'm trying to make a whole family with you when 2 is a good number. 3 with my son. Be good stepmom, LMAO. Yeah, I'm a dad, remember? Literally daddy material. Got the paternal instinct on deck. Say it, silly girl. Sorry I missed it. What did you say? I understand, cutie. Go ahead. I know, baby. You're so cute, of course. You deserve all these feelings and more love. Good, I'm glad. I'm really glad I can make you happy and safe. Unsolicited underwear picture she sends him. Guess what? Yeah, what is it? Devil emoji. You're such a brat. Needs... She does need correction, Chad, but of the kind that's a little bit more, probably a little bit more violent, probably a little bit more of fuck off and never talk to me again kind as well. That's the kind of correction this brat requires, not anything positive. You're such a brat. I'm going to mess you up, ISTG. I'm trying so hard not to say anything crazy. You're not getting a drink at all, were you? Devil emoji. Good fucking lord. Fuck. You okay? You will be the end of me. God fucking damn. Okay. You good? I'm struggling. You're such a little brat. A little what? Nah. You can't do this and not expect consequences, little girl. Like what, Endo? I'll test how well you can hold back. God damn it. I'll test how well you can hold that back arch under continuous pressure. Really stress test that position you're showing off. In the first document of Akarui, we had fucking mating press, continuous mating press, and now we have continuous back arcing pressure. It's like fucking poetry. It rhymes. How are these situations so fucking similar? It's fantastic. Really stress test that position you're showing off. What's wrong with that position? You know exactly what you're doing. You're asking for it, you little brat. Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. God damn, that's a big one. Hold up. I cannot get over things you sent me while on a group VC sign. Crazy. Started call lasted an hour. Started a call lasted 5 hours. And here's more screenshots he dropped. I wanted to hang out alone, to which she agreed. Then she sent a now deleted, unsolicited, not safe for work photo. Her enjoying the girlfriend treatment and telling me she misses me. Let me call her baby. Yo, PP perfect. I like it a lot. Chim, stop being so cute. Chim brags about sex life and how last time a guy seen my pussy was my ex after showing it to me. Chim, previous guy, has never seen my pussy. Chim, you first guy to see it in over 2 years. Sends an unsolicited not safe for work video of herself that she has since deleted, but my reaction is telling. Also, take note of her attempt to coerce a picture out of me. Sends another unsolicited not safe for work after she receives a positive reaction from me because I was genuinely head over heels for her at this point. Which I even say that I'm falling for her in this one. Even this far out, when she was already seeing her current boyfriend, she was angry about being friend-zoned. And here's all of the screenshots that I already read about. I have no idea, but we can play something else if you'd like Fortnite with Eggy. Or we can hop on Apex if you want. So this is what Zoomer girls do nowadays, at least according to what I've seen. They are big fans of Saniro products. They play Apex, Fortnite, Valorant, or League of Legends. And then they eat, chip, and lie. That's pretty much sums it up, right, chat? Did I get that right? I guess I did. Who in their right mind, like, this generation is doomed. How will these fuckers ever procreate and start, like, well-adjusted families if a lot of them act like this? I don't know. It's all sexual misconduct allegations and Google documents. God damn. Apex does sound fun. Let me get the good stopping point. Let me know where would be one. Just go into a safe room. Did you want them to watch us play Apex or what? Do you know what I prefer, silly girl? Alone with you. I don't care what we do. I just hate lying to them, and I don't mind if they watch. IG, you can say I don't feel like trying to leave them. You can stay if you want to stay and hang out. I don't mind staying VC until you go to work, because I'm going to be with you all night. Yeah, of course, hon. Want to do Fortnite? Yeah, of course, hon. Want to do Fortnite? Unsolicited photo. Smiley face. God damn, sorry. Okay, move it in. Is this why you've been quiet for a bit? Trying to get me riled up? Nah. Lord have fucking mercy. Fuck, you're gonna be the end of me. Bitch, get that Marin Kitagawa out of your fucking profile. You don't deserve her. Like, do not post her. Marin Kitagawa is a good girl compared to you. Disrespectful. Baby, stop. I'm off to Mimi's. Chimmy out. I'm not having fun texting, no matter who it is, if it's not you. I'm too busy missing you and thinking about you. Good night. Talk soon. Good morning, sleepyhead. Hope you get some more Mimis, like you should before the dentist. I don't want to go. You awake? So you like my tweet. I'ma call you now. You busy? Oops, sorry, I was brushing my teeth and changing. Me and my mom are driving to Dallas now. Okay, be safe. Good luck at your appointment. I miss you. Oh, I miss you more. Would you believe, chat, we're only halfway through still? It still gets better. But anyways, your PP perfect. I like it a lot. Anyways, you know, any good wheelchair brands, this shit again. Good, I'm glad you like it, baby girl. Omiel, I swear I'm gonna take another pic later with watermark to show you that I just took it. Chat, I have to do a little disclaimer here. Never send any of your junk to anyone online, even if you're in that kind of relationship or you're thinking you're in that kind of relationship. Never do it. Never a good idea. If you want to get into that kind of relationship, do it in person. Never put your uncensored or censored junk on the fucking internet, because someone's bound to leak it or something like this is gonna happen. I'm glad that they didn't actually include things I had to censor here, because if I had to fucking censor fucking dicks and pussies in this document, that would be the end of me. Skull emoji. Baby, really did take a pic this morning just for you. No one else has seen it or will see it. You're the first and only. I'll pinky promise on that. I know. I took it especially for you. Really. I don't care if you just took it or not. Stop being so cute. I just want you to know it was special for you because you're special to me. Genuinely, although this might be kind of sad, you're the only person that has seen it since my ex-wife. You know, it kind of takes balls to release a counter argument to allegations and include screenshots like that of yourself there. That you tell someone that they haven't seen your dick since your ex-wife. I don't know if that's brave or stupid. Maybe both. It's brave stupid. Let's call it that. Last time a guy seen my pussy was my ex. Exposing myself because of my feelings for you? Really? 2 years? We're the born virgins or something. Dead ass. Feel like I forgot how to sex. Granted, he's the only one guy I ever had sex with. We did shit ton. Almost every day. Not redacted guy she was involved with before me. Or anyone else. I'm God's fucking favorite. Literally all the good karma in my life was saving up for meeting you, I swear. Yeah, you know, what's funny? Redacted guy she was involved with before me has never seen my pussy. You're the first guy to see it in over 2 years. Hold up. What? Hold up. This is not meshing logically here. She said she fucked this guy, and that was her first. And then she said he has never seen it. Did they do it like in complete darkness or what? Did they do it in a position where he didn't see it? I'm thinking about the logistics of this, chat. I don't get it. What? Maybe I'm misreading this, but it reads very stupid. I'm reading I'm reading a document from, well, they're all both kind of stupid. I don't want to lie. Talking like this is just ridiculous to me. But yeah, this is very weird. It got even weirder. Honestly, I don't mind again. I prefer if they knew, so it's not just poor Endo and his one-sided love. LMAO. Good. Yeah, it's inconsistent because she said before, if I remember right from this document, that they did all kinds of stuff. Like the guy that she was with beforehand, like they went completely wild, if I remember correctly from this document. And considering how sexual she is, and that the fact that she shows herself off to you know, a guy on the internet, it would be strange to think that they do it in complete darkness so the guy doesn't see it. Or if it's just some kink, I don't know. I don't know what these fuckers did. It's all very stupid to me. It's always how big the PP, but never how is the PP haver. Unprompted, not safe for work video. Ah, fucking hell, fuck. While I'm at work? This isn't fair, baby girl. Smiley face. Thanks, I can stand up now. I have to sit here awkwardly, hiding how fucking hard you made me. Oh, baby, show me. Fucking Christ, the effect you have on me instantly fucking hard as a rock. I'm at work? It's called the restroom. Yeah, just let me pull out my cock out my full erecting in front of my computer and take some pics. You're literally going to be the end of me. I see how it is. Nah, I'm a homie now. All right, I call you homie now. Why do you said home skillet? Why you said home skillet? Is that a pet name? Uh, Chad, have you ever called your significant other skillet? Sad home skillet? What? I don't understand. I feel like I'm becoming dumber for reading this. Who is that a pet name? Skillet? Who calls someone a skillet? I call the homies that. You're my homie skillet. This is like a like a slur. The S word with the with the hard S with the hard T at the end. Sorry. My home skillet. Is this like home slice? Was this supposed to be like home slice? Because I know home slice. Oh, but home skillet. But sorry, I'm getting distracted by stupid shit again. Fuck you. Let me know what you call me, Bimbo and Jimbo. Why are you sad though? Come on, Bimbo is cute. Homie is the most friend zone thing you have ever said to me. That's even worse than best friends. Nah, I'm just a friend now. IG, have a nice day. Oh, she's getting pissy. She's getting very pissy here. Shortly after this point, I had received a DM from the previous 19-year-old who had a relationship with. After reading this information about him, I soon realized that he had been lying to me about what happened between his wife and the 19-year-old, along with more personal information about all the horrible things he had done to the 19-year-old and his past wives. I was disgusted by the information. If you remember this was the super vague thing that she got from the other victim of this guy, allegedly. I never lied about my situation with the 19-year-old and my ex. I had told her about the whole situation early on because she deserved to know. She even expressed in a group chat with friends how she was more disturbed at the person's messages at the time. Messages from the GC where she expressed that she didn't care in order. There they are. Guys, X, oof. Deleted and rejected like the plague. Yeah, I don't know what business she has talking to you. No business at all, for real. Especially knowing you're close with Endo. She's just doing too damn much now. The only thing I could think she would even try to do is warn you because she cares. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, and even then it's not her business, and that's her way of trying to push you from him in general. It's not okay. Absolutely the hell not. Either she would try to warn me and tell me bad things about him, and she's trying to get close with me and be buddy. So as you can see here, in case you want the explanation what happened here, in the previous document she used this previous ex of his as a crutch here to strengthen her argument, despite that girlie also being extremely vague about the things that he apparently did to her and those other girls. And here's her, chastising her for that. So not only is she throwing Endo under the bus, she's also throwing that other girl. Like, seriously, what a bitch. What a bitch. She's now doing way too much at this point. It's out of hand. Both of those are very possible, for real. Either way, she has no reason to talk to you, and it's weird, like she needs to let it go. Doing all this is embarrassing. They look like Elsa and let it go, it's embarrassing. How did she even get my Discord anyways? Stalking your socials probably. Really stalking the shit out of my Twitch. That's what I want to know. Very nonchalantly states, I care, but it's none of my business. Saying my ex can get over me when talking to her would be boyfriend about said ex. Not only, but also lied about his identity with an old picture of him from when he was high school, so around 12 to 13-year-old photo. The photo I showed her was by no means an attempt to hide my identity. It was not pretending to be my 16-year-old high school student self. In the same conversation, I also had showed off a video of my Facecam YouTube channel from some years ago. She's obsessed on hurting him. I am not letting a girl like her control me, let alone believe anything she says. Exactly. She's not redacted in my eyes. Literally, she's exactly like that. Ew. Man, I want to unfriend her so bad, but I want to give her a reason to come at me or my friends. Since she's mutuals with a lot of mine, skull emoji, she loves gossiping. I can't believe Endo talked to the both of them. Shakes my head. Well, add another crazy bitch to the list. I mean, I can't feel bad about... again, it's not of my business. I'm just here to be good friend and distraction, if you will. I'm not good at making people feel better. Hopefully it'll be okay. I'm good at distracting someone, making them forget, have a good time. I think it's just your presence will already help him a lot. And maybe that will be the helps after the fact that, yeah, what Cookie said. I understand not being good with words. You don't have to say much, but having someone be there for you is just as helpful. I think as long as you tell me he's no different in your eyes and that you're still here and just spend time with him doing whatever is enough. Do you think it's better to wait? I know really good moods are there for him. I already told him. Does he know it X specifically? Maybe. I did tell him that Redacted tried hitting me up about Endo and that she can't get over him. I just asked because I told him a while back that I wasn't going to be associated with her anymore. I wonder if he put 2 and 2 together. Maybe. You know what? Now that I think about it, chat, the way that person from the previous screenshots wrote, the one that came to her to wonder about Endo, she might actually be Akura, because Akura kind of types in a stupid way like that too. I do remember she uses a lot of lower capitals and that specific winky face that looks something like this. So I'll type it in the chat. What was it? Yeah, something like that looks like this. I do remember Akura using that quite a bit. So that other girl that actually might be her too. So it all comes full circle once again. I just asked because I told him a while back that I wasn't going to be associated with her anymore. I wonder if he put 2 and 2 together. Maybe. Endo, yes. What do your eyes look like? Omiel. Actually, I was scrolling and found a funny pic. I had an afro my freshman year of high school. Wanna see? It's my ID card. Sure, I can't believe I legit had an afro. Honestly, who didn't have an afro 16 years ago? Nobody did. Afros were an 80s, 90s thing. I know I'm old, but damn. Why the fuck you got good ass... What? Why the fuck you got good ass eyebrows? You jealous? Why are you cute? Fucking good ass eyebrows. Do you have any pictures from graduation? Let me dig some to find. Ote, nada. I'll ask my parents to see if they have any. Ote. Why did he type like this? Wanna see if a vid from when I used to facecam YouTube? Yes, lol. I could tell I was very focused on the game. Hahaha, your voice. What about it? LMAO. At the end of June, I started dating a guy in IRL, and I really like it. And after telling Endo as my friend, he became jealous, unsupportive, and aggressive in his behavior and attitude towards me. If you remember those screenshots, him being jealous. Despite my support for her and her new boyfriend, I had my moments, but that was still a reciprocal experience. Chim constantly complained about being replaced by another girl. Neither of us behaved healthily, but I wasn't the only one. Random jealousy. Gossiping and being jealous of my love interest at the time. Being jealous of my love interest at the time. Jealous of a new female friend. Me being admittedly a little petty, but she returns it in the same conversation you're bringing up the new friend. And here's where they got very bitchy. Something tells me you're OTP with someone right now, but good morning. Get wrecked. Showing off the new friend. Oh. He's just not meant to be my friend anymore. All the days I'm sitting at home doing absolutely nothing. He's over there with Redacted, and here's her bitching about, you know, him being with someone else. This was him trying. You wanted him to try. Your schedules didn't match up this time. He very well could have said absolutely nothing after I talked to him last night. They never match up because if he chose to hang out with other girls when I'm literally right here, and every time I ask him, he blows me off every time. Okay, I don't know about it before, but when he went to take a nap, he didn't blow you off. He waited for over half an hour for you and you didn't come. So he got rest before and he had to go to his job. And Nat, you're doing what you're always mad at him for. You hated that he constantly focuses on who you were spending time with instead of just asking you to hang out. You hated that he was always talking about who you were busy with instead of just asking you to hang out. I'm tired of dealing with him. I don't know what to tell you. Like even her friend is fucking chastising her. Amazing. He forgets everything. He'd forget his head if it wasn't attached. He seemed genuinely interested in hanging out with you and making amends when he told me he was gonna ask you. That he wanted to spend time with you after stream. I'm sorry you're upset that he forgot you're with Redacted. I'm at a loss because you're always angry, no matter if he tries or not. You've gotten mad when he's done what you wanted him to do too. I don't know what to say. Again, histrionic bitch. Everything needs to be about her. And all of that is just coming out within these screenshots. It's just gonna get worse, chat. You'll see. Good morning. I hope you had a good day. Let's play Valo sometime this week, okay? Actually, nah, I'm good. I think you'd rather spend time with Redacted instead. I asked you for a reason so I can hang out with you. Dude, you haven't texted me in almost a whole week. You don't even watch my streams anymore. You're my best friend. You're my biggest supporter. We texted and hang out last on the 10th, Thursday. You were gone Thursday night to Sunday. You were spending time with your N-word. With your N-word. Wasn't going to bother you while you did. Funny how this was censored like this. With your N-word. Hold up. I'll tell... I let you sleep, okay? Just call me when you get home after your appointment. Wake me up when you can take a nap together, or if you want to stay up. It's taking naps online together. That's a funny prospect to think about. Kind of romantic, but also kind of weird. If you want to stay up, you better call me, okay? I'll leave my ringer on. Good night, sweet dreams. Okay, good night, weirdo. Good night, princess. I see you sleepy girl. Go mimir, cutie. You're up texting Redacted now, huh, friend? I am very casually. Brownie face. Baby. Okay, bye. Baby, we're just talking about games. That's it, honey. Literally a small talk like weather is nice, LMAO. I'm not hanging out with her. I'm not making plans to hang out with her. I haven't asked to hang out with her, with bro, but I will ask because I'm not interested in that baby. I only want you. I'm only interested in you, sweetheart. But now all he does is spend time with Redacted. It feels like I keep getting replaced left and right, but I've been crying every night about it because I don't know what to do. Oh, Chimmy, no. I haven't told anyone because it feels like Endo doesn't even care. Is there anything I can do? Do you want me to talk to him or something? I don't know. I just really miss him. Crying baby gif. Jimmy, I'm sorry. I can try to talk to him about him a little, maybe. See if I can get him to come around. I don't think I'd even care if you said something. Feels like he doesn't care about Chim anymore. He's found someone else to entertain him. If he didn't care, I didn't think he'd still interact with your stuff so much on Twitter. He does that to everyone though. Not really, only the stuff he's obsessively retweeted lately was you and Redacted. I used to be his Fortnite duo. When we met, we met, that's all we played. Kian emoji, crying emoji. And now he's playing with Redacted. It's funny how she tried to present him as super jealous, where she has all of this baggage too. Maybe you can ask him to play again. He really was excited to play with you and not long ago when yours wasn't working. Would even play more than one round with me because he wanted you there. I feel so selfish for feeling this way. It's okay, Chimmy, I understand. I hate it. I've been there. I don't feel good to suddenly receive less attention. It's not even just that. He told me that he would never replace me and that we will always be friends. But recently, seems like he just thrown me away. And Redacted is so much prettier, more popular. She's better than me. Holy fuck! Hold up. Let me do another one. Let me do another one of those. A moment. Another one. Super woman moment. Hold up. Questions? No, this one's supposed to be a question. Cancel this. I need a poll. Hold up. Super woman moment. There we go. This is a superwoman moment. Here you go, chat. Have a gander at this one. I've never seen a woman moment so so intense. Let's call it that. So intense and so woman momently. Very very indicative of a woman moment. The superwoman moment. I only want you. I'm only interested in you, sweetheart. She posted that crying Marin Kitagawa gif. Even if she were to ask, I'm only interested in spending my time with you, baby girl. I would just say something like, maybe I'll let you know, or sorry, I have plans. Literally only breathe the same air as you, my girl. At Chim on Twitter and Twitch and Instagram and ever, not one else. And then you over here interacting with literally every post guy friend makes, and not even a reply to mine. Shakes my head. Oh, you jealous? Is that why you're doing that? No, I just thought his random ass tweet was funny. Are you still awake anyways? But yes, I'm jealous to answer your question. Contemplating you talking to same friend as before. It got to the point where he would check my location, stalk me from place to place. Chim is the one who had me download Life 360 initially to keep track of me when I got off work. It was also mutual experience. We constantly checked on each other, at first out of concern, then only later was it obsessive. I seen this video in timestamp 017, and I hear I like he made it like 2 videos, and those videos are just Discord screenshots, like a Discord video with screenshots. Him showing her Discord account and them, you know, keeping attention and keeping tabs on each other. I'm not reading that because it's kind of pointless. We slowly but surely started arguing about our friendship, became very toxic because I had become disgusted by his behavior with women, especially when I had found out about him dating an 18-year-old girl from a different continent. Her disgust with me started because she was jealous, not because of my behavior. See above. It wasn't until later, August, 4 months after she said she was done with me, that she made a huge deal about a girl I was spending more time with who had reached out to out to me first. The screenshot is just reiterating her behavior about my love interest. You'll see something fantastic in a moment, chat. This is gonna be super duper. He's just not meant to be my friend anymore. All the days I'm sitting at home doing absolutely nothing, he's over with redacted. This was him trying. You wanted him to try. Your schedules didn't match up this time. He very well could have said absolutely nothing after I talked to him last night. They never match up because he chooses to hang out with other girls when I'm literally right here, and every time I ask him, he blows me off. Every time. Okay, I don't know about before, but when he went to take a nap, he didn't blow you off. He waited for over half an hour for you and you didn't come. So he got dressed before he had to go to his job. And Nat, you're doing what you're always mad at him for. You hated that he constantly focuses on who you were spending time with instead of just asking you to hang out. You hated that he was always talking about who you were busy with instead of just asking you to hang out. I'm tired of dealing with him. I don't know what to tell you. He forgets everything. He forgets his head if it wasn't attached. He seemed genuinely interested in hanging out with you and making amends when he told me he was gonna ask you. Then that he wanted to spend time with you after stream. I'm sorry you're upset that he forgot you're with redacted. I'm at a loss because you're always angry, no matter if he tries or not. You've gotten mad when he does what you wanted him to do. I don't know what to say. Well, just tell her she's a woman. That explains everything, right? More. I think we've seen this one. Yeah, we've seen this one before with the biggest supporter thing. Hold up. Okay, here. Then I found myself bringing up the situation to his mod, who I was best friends with at the time. I wanted to talk to them about my concerns for the 18-year-old and about Endo's behavior towards women. And they told me they didn't see any problems with it and they needed to quit worrying. It wasn't something should have been taken to a mod. However, I asked them what was said. Without screenshots, they were in a call. Of course, they can only be taken with a grain of salt. They explained that since they lived in Europe before, they could attest to the maturity of European women. However, they did not defend the age gap. They explained to Chim that she shouldn't worry because it's not our problem. Something Chim said many times when we're talking about. Chat, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but women are as mature as everywhere around the fucking world as they are in the United States, North America, Latin America, Europe, Asia, whatever. There's no fucking difference. There is no inherent magical maturity to European women. It's a very false narrative, I can tell you that much. Weeks later, I found myself getting harassed by his community and discovered Endo slandering me and the guy I'm dating, trying to frame me as a very bad person with the help from his mutuals and parasocial community. Chim was getting harassed because after she was unhappy with the way our situation ended after we had officially stopped speaking to each other, she got a close friend of hers to join the Minecraft server that my mod, my love interest, and myself were playing on and destroyed everything out of spite. This is coming back again. I love this Minecraft part. Join logs of her getting on the server she shouldn't have been on since we had already fallen out. The results of Chim did during that time period, before, after, other home. It was okay with Chim harassing me, but now she had gone too far by upsetting my friends by destroying their fucking Minecraft houses. I really was a little petty, and here's the logs of that last scene. Da Chim Chim and the Kurana Endo. Least sex, whatever. Here's more of the logs. Player and the Kurana connected. Player Da Chim Chim connected. Player Da Chim Chim disconnected. Player Chim Chim disconnected. Timed out. Server restart. here's a zoomie. Or like, they build a really nice Minecraft house. I have to say, it's really nice. I've seen some Minecraft houses, and this is a really nice house. But after Chim Chim, the Chim Chim, the Shang Tsung of fucking penises was done with. If this is what was left of it, unfortunately. Looks like someone dropped a fucking atomic bomb on it. Looks like what's left of that one building in Hiroshima. But damn. Indirectly mentioned, as I never said her name, her in a tweet that I deleted soon after because I realized was just silly drama and I got rid of it. Only surviving screenshot. Unfortunately for Chim, an artist mutual of mine caught wind of her behavior and acted on her own to call Chim out for tracing art. I was entirely out of my hands and I had no control over the snowball effect after it. It reached over 250,000 views. The post, I left the artist's name out of to protect their privacy. Chim admitted to not only tracing art, but tracing commissions. Bitch stole money. Bitch stole money too. God damn. Chim admitted not only tracing art, but tracing commissions, including the commission she did for me. Is that Minecraft house again? The traced commissions. I already showed you that. This is YouTube safe. Still. Man chest is alright. Imagine tracing art for the guy that you like, but she also paid you for it too, and then you fucking trace it. Endo slandering me and the guy I am dating. I never harassed the guy she is dating. I have not personally spoken to him outside of group VCs, and a single time where I had told him that the art Chim did for him was traced over a manga panel. There was no harassment. I have remained silent about my experience with Endo due to fear of more harassment from his community and mods, as they had harassed and threatened me, the 19-year-old he was previously with, and another girl before the 19-year-old doing the same thing. Is that other screenshots from her own document. My mod and my community did not harass the previous ex before her. At most, they may have unsavory opinions, but I personally saw that my issues with my ex were private. A screenshot Chim provided about it out of context and shows nothing about the harassment she claims happened, because there probably was none. You know how people are with accusations on Twitter and saying, yeah, I got harassed, all these death threats, and never fucking show them. I rarely fucking see people showing off anything remotely fucking valid. There was also no third relationship after my ex-wife, and before that 19-year-old ex, which Chim insinuates here. The above conversation was detailing how my ex before Chim was a bad person who's done a lot of horrible things to people. There was no direct threat made. The full context also reveals that Chim doctored her screenshots after the conversation, because there is no breaking text after career, but there is in Chim's version. If any harassment outside of this conversation occurred, it was not by my doing, and I made sure to never mention my ex after we split, so as to avoid drama. Let's read all of that. Jesus, I'm kind of busy right now. I don't give a fuck who you're friends with. I really don't. What I care about is that people who have nothing to do with this shit are getting involved. Like me. I'm not here to defend Endo or attack Redacted. I literally don't give a shit, but I just like with you, I don't stand for other people getting involved, especially when something illegal is happening. This is really doxing / harassment suit now. All Endo has done do is press charges. It's that fucking simple. Chim, why the hell do you care? I care because you're right. It is Endo's problem, but not Redacted, and Redacted had no right to he brought it into this. I don't think Redacted understands. How easy it would be to ruin her career with all the things she's done and she said and done. She's a liability to have as an all my friend in an anonymous space. She really was given hush money at one point and still didn't stay quiet. Yeah, Endo might get cancelled in the process, but her income is the one that revolves around simps on the internet, not him. Redacted is Endo's problem. My friends aren't Endo's problem. You weren't Endo's problem. Endo is a 13-year-old man that can handle his problems on his own. And yes, I have spoken to Redacted a couple of weeks ago. I never said I was her friend. God damn, she's lying so much. This man is a predator, and there's proof of it with every girl he has been with. Blatantly untrue and gross assumption made on her own to further her narrative. While some departures could be considered catastrophic, spite between individuals who were involved one way or another does not equate a predator. That's right. That's just fucking asshole. Assholes being assholes to other assholes. Additional notes. I wanted to include a few other details about Chim's behavior that just didn't fit in well with the above post, but are worth mentioning. 1. Mild note, purely for the sake of accurate information. While it may be a moot point, I am 31, not 32, and I was 30 when I was involved with Chim. Reminder, Chim was editing and removing messages while I was looking through them. I watched them change in real time and have shown proof. And here's more docs that he dropped. The original image I had screenshotted from this morning of our interaction after she had sent imprint photo replicating oh, come on. I need a drink because then I lose my fucking speaking abilities. I'm good now. Reciprocating the sexual nature of our relationship. The edited message I spotted this afternoon when looking back through DMs in case I missed anything. Chim was against my pansexual identity somewhat and had talked down on me before, not exclusively liking women and behaving gay. What are you, an F-slur? Is that what she meant? And it's not the first time she had behaved this way. Screenshots from her Discord server. What the fuck is a pansexual? A pansexual is someone that's attracted to everything. But I know that's an oversimplification of things, but essentially a person that's attracted to very, very many fucking things. That's a pansexual. Men, women. Let's see the official definition of pansexual be correct. Pansexuality is sexual, romantic, or emotional attraction towards people of all genders, or regardless of their sex or gender identity. Pansexual people might refer to themselves as gender blind, asserting that gender and sex are not determining factors in their romantic or sexual attraction to others. So there you go. That's what a pansexual is. Continuing on. Chim had regularly insulted my appearance before, even during when we got along without me knowing. Chim attempted to fabricate drama while we were still on good terms. Interestingly enough, when she said I called her a slut, but it wasn't well received by people she attempted to slander me with. Me apologizing for what I acknowledging how it could be interpreted when Chim also implies she had a crush on me. Chim would employ manipulative and toxic tactics to get her way, including spamming to overwhelm me and blocking me unprompted, making communication near impossible. Here's that edited screenshot again that we see that when she was actually deleting shit. Again, more of the deleted shit. I don't know which one this one was referring to, but I'm gonna read it anyway. I see how it is. Nah, I'm homie now. Alright, I call you homie now. Why you sad, home skillet? Fuck you, LMAO. What you call me, bimbo and Jimbo? Why you sad though? Come on. Bimbo is cute. Homie is the most friend zone thing you had ever said to me. That's even worse than best friends. Nah, I'm just friend now. IG. Have a nice day. Girl, what are you on about? Stop calling me a girl. You sound gay. ASF, please. We're friends, aren't we? Stop with these cringy ass friend zone names. I ain't talking to you no more. Bye. It's gay. Nah, LMAO. For you, always show my friends list on my other monitor. You'll encourage it. You're the ones being gay and make it worse, man. I'm a homo enthusiast. No, I don't know any of that sort. Then why do that in every pic? I like women. Just go watch some James Charles to calm yourself down, cause Jesus Christ, you F-slur. Hi, what I miss? Everything. I can't give you a TLDR, but we're talking about women not taking accountability and lying. This is what this stream is about. Women lying and not taking accountability for their own actions. That's what you missed. In a very big nutshell. I know, but they aren't being parasocial just because they chose to support him instead. Well, you already know that I'm not the type to just reach out. Just because I'm friends with anyone, I hardly reach out to. I know, I just didn't feel right to them. The only thing you did was to talk about Endo in a bad light. I mean, you made fun of his appearance for like half an hour after saying you wouldn't look at his picture. Yeah, true. I just find it odd how some VTubers act a certain way with their character and they're just not that person in real life. I'm still getting used to it, to be honest. That's fucking funny. Like, these are like, she would be that sort of person to be, oh, you know, VTubers don't really have to match their, you know, appearance of their avatars, and here's she being a bitch. Like, how is it possible that Kurana Endo, this charming Asian-looking anime character, complete like beefcake, ultimately super hot hunk, does not look like that in real life? How is that possible? Why are people pretending to be anime characters and look completely different in real life? It's a mystery. Yeah, I mean, they're actors at the end of the day. IG just really, it really threw me off seeing what he looked like. And IG was trying to be a little goofy at the time. Maybe you were, but it made them uncomfortable. Endo straight up called me a slut. Quadruple skull emoji. What led to that? What? He was basically saying that he still likes me because apparently it takes him a long time to get over someone. Then he proceeded to say, I'm not like you. Chimmy, that's not calling you a slut, lol. That's just him being petty because he's whining about you not returning the feelings. He said I got over him so fast. That doesn't mean make you a slut, love. That doesn't equate to a slut, though. I don't know if she's a slut or not, Chad, but she's certainly all of the things I mentioned before. Manipulative, lying, aggressive. He's just upset because he wants to mean more to you. That's a him problem. I highly doubt he ever genuinely called you a slut or even hinted it. IG is just him, just in his head right now. I'm sure he is with everything going on, but yeah, they said up top, Endo is important to me. I see him as a wonderful friend. And here's the mega thing I want to show you. I'm doing another one of these for you, chat. Hold up, because this is big. Don't speak to me again. 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 Nat, stop. Don't speak to me again. Don't speak to me again. I get it. Don't speak to me again. 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 I think I got all of them. But this has been... Hold up, chat. This has been... Hold up, I need another poll. I need another poll real quick. This has been... an ultra woman moment. There we go. She's evolving like a fucking Digimon. God damn. Don't speak to me again, still sends messages. So you see, we're dealing with someone very special. Would you believe that even after Endo dropped this document, there are bitches around that take side of this thing? That's the funny part. There are people taking side of this thing. I mean, Endo, to some degrees that we probably don't know the full extent of, might be a piece of shit too. But considering how she fucking behaves, I don't know, chat. It's very hard not to side with him when his opponent behaves like this, like human nature. You may not side with either of these, but you know, I'd sooner side with Endo than with this thing. This lying hot chip eating bitch. God damn. How do they do this? I don't know. But don't worry, we're almost at the end of this. We almost got through all of it. Not every point I wanted to make to make it into this doc, so I will attach a link to the entire collection of screenshots, some of which may not have been used. That's not something that was important in that one, so no worries. Videos of long convos. Chim being possessive after using this as the sign to end things romantically. I may come as roof, but that is because of this point her possessive and dismissive behavior had become habitual. I had to deal with this all the time and decided it wasn't worth fighting. Overall possessive behavior, well, where I tried to be neutral and just a friend like she wanted to be. So much for studying my day off with you and spending every second together, timestamp 035. Keep in mind she was already talking to her current boyfriend by this point. I left the call to go to Charles because she was sleeping in late and happened to also have another friend who wanted to call. Chim got upset because I left to go to talk to another bitch. Timestamp 035. Stalked my life for 360. Something she did regularly, especially since she's the one who made me download it. Timestamp 017. You guys can watch this video. There's a link here too. You can type it all up manually if you want to. Claimed she gave me another chance, despite not being romantic, and I had to reiterate it we're just friends. Incessant and immature spam asking me to never speak to her again, which you already seen. I don't remember for 35 minutes, and she says I'm ignoring her. Then starts another argument and refuses to address her behavior, no matter how many times I try to communicate about her being uncomfortable, about her pretending nothing happened. Woman moments upon woman moments upon woman moments there. The video speaks for itself. It shows how toxic our communications had become. Going as far as getting upset that I was hanging out with with other friends. Still possessive and angry, completely unprompted. I was about to, but never mind, have fun talking to friends. She makes attempts to act like she wasn't upset, but those are the types of things she'd say every single time without fail. When she was jealous that someone was spending time with someone else. Sorry for letting you sleep more. Sorry I told you to chill out. Sarcastic gaslighting behavior. She only said stuff like this when offended. Never genuinely apologized. I'll tell you everything about me. You know where I live, my family's names, my card info, my health problems, where I grew up. Constantly overshared her information. She clearly trusted me to have all of it. It was given willingly. Well, I'm sorry for not being perfect. I'm sorry that I completely cut you off. I'm sorry I make you look dumb in front of the entire world. That's very passive fucking aggressive. I'm working on it, okay? Consistent attempts to gaslight and deflect everything I tried to communicate to her when we were in a call. Immediately after this, she wants to sleep call, and despite saying we aren't dating, immediately falls back into flirting. You're cute when you're clingy. So she completely, like, lost her mind at this point. Fantastic. Closing. I want to keep this professional, but I am truly appalled that my family had to be brought into this, especially at risk of their safety. Our disagreements should have never led to doxing or sensitive private information. Despite not being in a relationship, Chim always demanded the attention of a romantic partner, see video 1 in above section, and would get upset whenever it was not provided. She was constantly upset about me spending time with female friends, even after we were no longer romantically involved, and would message others to tell them that she didn't like said female friends. I'm not saying I am a saint, nor am I absolving myself of any issues or excusing my behavior. This document is both to clarify the history that Chim has narrated and take accountability for the things I have done. We had a very turbulent relationship, just as much as we reciprocated the good feelings and thoughts towards each other. The unhealthy parts of obsession manifested in our toxic behaviors towards each other. By no means I did ever intend to cause harm. We didn't get along after the first few months of knowing each other, but for some reason we continued to come back around to each other. Regarding any discomfort that Chim may have had, or later realized she had, it was not made known to me in any way, and in contrast, that the perceived reciprocation led me on romantically. She was truly uncomfortable, no mention of it was made until now, and I do wish it could have been a conversation sooner rather than accusations later. While I do not intend to invalidate feelings when the safety and privacy of not just myself but my loved ones is in jeopardy, I must take my stance. And that's the document. And here we have people uncritically believing this shit. I mean, uncritically believing, still believing Chims about this shit. And all of these VTubers that you will see in front of you, they are one click. They're people that I covered in some shape or fashion before on my account. So you know what kind of people you may be dealing here with. It breaks my heart to see so many people, especially women. Women I'm familiar with, even side with you and apologize and wish you the best. It makes me so sad that no one truly knows the monster you are. Yet, one day, all the wrong you did will be revealed and catch up to you. Yeah, he's the monster. Did you even read this whole doc yet, lady? I don't need to, because I know he is dirty beneath my shoes who practices predatory behavior. I too long didn't read, she said. 18 is still legal and you're literally biased if you don't read both sides, lady. When you turn 18, you don't magically gain the knowledge and life experience to avoid creeps who want to prey on you, and so you're wrong because then you know you're vulnerable and don't know any better. Unlike people around his age, there's a reason he's 30 plus years old talking to young women who have little to no experience of what life is like as an adult. That's 100% predator behavior, no ifs and ands or buts. When do women take accountability for their actions, chat? When will they do that? I don't know, but this one doesn't. When will they fucking take accountability? Yes, you don't magically gain fucking wisdom at 18, but at some point you have your own fucking agency and you take responsibility for your own fucking actions, lady. That's not how it fucking works. These are the people, chat, that are infantilizing women. These poor fucking babies that do not know any better. Because 30-year-olds are preying on these adult women because they're younger and less life experience, so males predators. Dumb bitch. Update. Endo deleted a tweet where she said he has never essayed anyone in his life, nor will he ever. I hate to continue to talk about this, but this man truly doesn't deserve any support he's even getting. I wanted to bring attention to this. Just the fact that he deleted something doesn't mean anything, lady. And then she continues because she's terminally online. Extremely suspicious of someone who basically got off scot-free for now to be deleting something like that. in my opinion, is so insignificant in his grand scheme of things. He already made a doc, so what's the point of deleting a post that goes along with his doc unless he doesn't want to say that he never openly said that he did or didn't do anything before releasing his doc? He's just trying to clean things up to help his own narrative still, even after everyone continues to defend and support him. It's just weird, it makes no sense. Please stop defending and supporting this man. Bitch, you didn't even read what he wrote. You even admitted to that. Here's the post deleted, by the way. I said this first. I never sexually harassed someone in my life, nor will I ever. Yes, I fucked up badly and made a huge mistake in the past that I continue to take accountability for and used therapy to that end. Again, I cannot emphasize this strongly enough, but I have never forced myself onto someone ever. I didn't want to make a Google Doc regarding that post because I just wanted to make a simple statement, but now it seems unavoidable. Give me some time, I work night shift, so I'm trying to work on proper response whenever I can. Well, guess why he deleted it? Because the fucking document, his fucking Google Doc replaced this tweet. Maybe that's why. God damn, these people are fucking stupid. And then she continued. Unhinged. Another unhinged bitch. Also, I just want to remind everyone how wild it is that this 30-plus-year-old man is going around targeting vulnerable young women who are barely legal to talk and mess around with online. That's not normal. That's predatory behavior. What business does a 30-plus-year-old have flirting around with young girls who are 18, 19 years old? They're still teenagers. People like him target way younger people who are happy to be praised for acting older than they are, because these people unfortunately don't know better yet. They don't understand the reason this 30-plus-year-old man is talking to them, someone with a 10-year age gap, while they're a freshly legal adult, and not someone his age instead, because people who are closer to his age see through his facade and know he's not a good person. Trust me, I know, I've been there. I've been a victim, not his victim, but a victim of some grown-ass sexually harassing me and grooming me and shaping me the way they want me to be when I was barely a teenager and barely an adult. Please, we're an adult, shut the fuck up. Please listen to the victims who speak out against him. Do not defend this man just because you have never seen the side of him his victims saw. He's playing and lying to all of you. How is he lying with recipes? He's clearly showing a person that's fucking lying and editing screenshots and acting unhinged. Reality check for all of these fucking people. Women cannot be adults because of people like this. Perpetual victims and children. That's what they want to be. And yeah, as Rack there is saying, this is all a huge fucking projection for her. It happened to me. I'm a victim. Who knows if she's actually a victim, considering what she says here. I was victimized as an adult, a young adult, but still, who the fuck knows? I don't know. But the fact that she wants to apply her experience to somebody else that was clearly shown to be a fucking liar, and that's the least of her fucking problems, but still. And more people talking about it. It's crazy how people can see what's been shown and still be on their side. I completely understand being wary of stuff, because sometimes a doc will come out and someone else comes out and can prove it isn't true. I understand about, but this is something to ignore and be wary about and give benefit of the doubt. I think after hearing stories about him from people even before he got called out, it makes it worse. There's still so many people who believe him, actually voice their support for him. Like, very unfortunate. I'm still horrified. I was mutuals with him until I found out what he'd like. Ew. And his explanation was so mediocre. Mediocre, bitch. He had recipes for every single statement that person made about him. Mediocre. Mediocre my fucking ass. How anyone can defend disgusting behavior, like, why is he talking to a teenage woman? Teenage woman. Maybe teenage child, because that's how you treat them. Like. While he's still in his 30s, like. I like how Zoomers fucking end their sentences. They use the word fucking like it's a fucking full stop. Like is not an fucking insertion for that purpose. Go back to school. Retard. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people want to give him the benefit of the doubt and be good friends with him despite the very blatant predatory behavior. And this isn't their fault. They want to believe the best of their friend when they only know good things. I'm not his fucking friend, and it's easier for me to believe him considering everything he's shown about that bitch. Things of him, so I can't really blame them. He's done a great job of making sure everyone sees him as he wants them to see him. It's no surprise that someone like him is a great manipulator. He even says in this doc to continue support and listen to victims, which is a great move because it helps him in his narrative of being the nice guy. Well, he explained to you that he also cheated on his fucking wife. He came forward with that, so he's clearly not the same good guy you think that he tries to portray himself as. But again, this bitch didn't read the document, so the fuck she knows. I can only hope that they might sit and think about how wrong the entire situation is, and eventually realize he doesn't deserve their friendship or support. And you know, that's the story for now. I hope you enjoyed it, because goddamn these people. How are they like this? Jeez. No comment can be summarized with 2 words. Woman moment. to end this sexist stream on. God damn. So, some of it was funny. I got a little bit heated at the end. Because, again, these people are infuriating. How we got to this point, I do not know. But again, it failed spectacularly for them. They got shown up to be this absolute fucking liar. Absolutely irredeemable for that fucking behavior. And I do not know who will ever want to get in a relationship with that, knowing what they have been shown. I pray to the guy that's currently dating her, if she's actually dating anyone, that he fucking gets out of it. Because, again, the fucking sex cannot be that good in order to fucking deal with this. I don't know. But goddamn. I need a drink. Alright. Oh. We need a little bit of shorter stream next time. This one actually kind of ended up being not as long as I thought it is gonna be, because this document was pretty fucking long in itself. But we got it done within almost 4 hours. I'm happy with that result. But I hope you see that there's this attitude going around with younger people, especially younger women, that want to see themselves as victims of such situations, never growing up, never taking responsibility and accountability for their own actions, always making sure they are the victims, they are being manipulated, they are being preyed upon, they are being gaslit, all that good stuff, as they say. Meanwhile, when reality shows its teeth, you see who they really are. They themselves are the manipulators, they themselves are the gaslighters, completely mentally fucking ill, completely unhinged, lying, editing screenshots, omitting information in order to make someone look bad. And now that you have seen this whole debunking fucking document from Kurana Endo, you see how lazy that accusation document was by Chim's. So let's count up her sins real quick before we finish off this stream. Not only is she a liar, she also apparently doxed him too. She gaslit him. You could even argue that she's the sexual predator here, sending unsolicited fucking nudes and fucking videos to him. What else did she do? Oh, she stole money via tracing art and using that for her commissions. And all of these people are happy to ignore that because age gap bad. Age gap between two adults bad. And everything else can go out the fucking window because predatory older male with a younger girl who is also a fucking adult. So doesn't matter what the bitch did. Doesn't matter how badly she acted. As long as the predatory male is much older, everything else can be excused or ignored at that point. And just point fingers towards one direction and victimize yourself perpetually forever. That's how it's gonna fucking be. And again, all of these VTubers you saw there, they are part of one fucking clique. I haven't shown Akuradere or Misadere, but they have commented on this in a similar fashion that this one towards the last screenshots did. And they're all the same fucking team, and I covered them in various cases on my fucking Twitter account. So I'm not surprised they show up in this fashion again and again. They're probably gonna be back because they can never fucking shut up. They can never stop getting into drama. Either it's relationship drama or, you know, making some weird fucking call-out post for attention and then pretending what a fucking cool girl boss they are while shitting under herself. Very cool. Yo, I don't agree with you. That's fine. It's fine if you don't agree. I have my own opinions. And I don't have to agree with anybody else's either. But if you don't agree, you don't agree. But that's what I believe these people are. And I'm not changing my stance because I've seen enough over years at this point of how these people act. And not even with VTubers. Other people as well within my own lifetime beyond VTubers. So yeah. I hope this was a learning experience, but I guess a lot of you already knew all this. So yeah. I hope that things like this will not continue to happen, but it's like a fake hope at this point, because they will continue to happen as long as people like this exist. So I hope this was entertaining. In part it was, until it kind of got heated, but still. These people are super fucking silly. Especially their flirtatious exchanges. I will remember the girl that got mating pressed 3 times for a very long time. And the fact that she included that in that document, it's gonna be in my fucking mind. But yeah, thanks for coming out. I don't know what the next stream is gonna be about. I plan to do a few more. Maybe it's gonna happen, maybe not. A few shorter streams next week, you know, about shorter things. Might do videos about some things. We'll have to wait and see. Still planning that donathon that's not coming. Because I have reservations about it. But if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it's not gonna happen. We'll see. But for right now, I'm thankful you guys came out. You have a good evening, good day, and everything. Good morning, good night, whatever you find yourself in. Stay hydrated, unlike me. And thanks for the 99 cents, who got the king. Then I'll see you guys someplace else. It's probably on Twitter. So that's where I reside again. I'll play you off with some good music, and you guys fucking take care. And don't stick your dick or whatever else in crazy, because you see what happens. You guys take care, and bye bye.